Hello my friends and fellow Red Clan comrades, welcome to another stream. We are going to be building finally above ground. Guess what? We are done underground for a little while. I thought I fixed my lag issues. Unfortunately, that is not the case. Last night I did an hour-long test stream. Basically all I did was switch servers. I was on the New York server, and so I switched over to an Ashburn server, which is supposedly closer to me. And I had not one drop frame, and I was so happy. I was like, yes! Have I really fixed my issues? And unfortunately, that is not the case. We are still experiencing some major drop frames. I'm looking over at my OBS right now, and it seems like every minute there's right now it's really getting low. Like it's really hitting some major lag there. That just drives me nuts, guys. Like why is this? Why am I experiencing lag? Why can't this work? I don't have any background programs going on. I just don't see how it could be my computer that's causing this. So, in any case, a lot of you guys are going to. Is there less lag? No. It looks the same that it was. I did a little bit of troubleshooting last night. There's a lot of stuff that I don't really understand. If you use Streamlabs OBS, it'll automatically optimize the settings for you. Streamlabs. Huh. Okay, I'll have to check that out. But I don't know if it's the settings there, Delexion. I think it's my internet or my modem. So I'm going to give my ISP a call again on Monday. And I am going to ask if they can... Well, tomorrow is Monday. I'm going to ask if they can bring out another modem. So at least I can... at least the modem will be ruled out then, because it could be that it's just older or something. But anyways, let's just get right into this because let's do some things. So where are we? That's gonna be off. Single player's off. Okay, beautiful. Is the music too loud, guys? Are you able to hear me pretty well? No, it's not even that, Delexion. Even if I have it really low, I used to have it set at 1500. Even then, it goes really low. Like, my bit rates goes way under what I'm supposed to be getting. Like, I'm supposed to be getting at least 5 upload. I'm supposed to get 30 download. That's what I'm paying for. That, however, is not what I'm getting. So, it's just a problem. Music is a touch quiet. I would prefer it to be a touch quiet than a touch loud. So we're just going to keep it, as long as you can kind of hear it in the background, I would prefer that over it overwhelming my voice. That is a rather unprofessional way of doing things, I would think. But we are going to be working on the Chandler today. I've been looking up some inspiration on the Chandler and what it would require. Typically, Chandlers have a little furnace to heat the tallow or beeswax. I'm gonna probably we'll think about that. Actually, yeah, let's try to give this a good plan before we get started. Hey there, Simi Gideon. Oh, by the way, let me welcome everybody to the Network's hardware modem is the cheapest to replace, so go for that first. Yeah, okay, so Delexion, welcome. Jolter No, Vipfap, Verbal Empire, Ragnarson, Lavikalava, welcome guys. Ritter Maboose, and LOL No Sir, Stole Your Sweet Roll, great name. Lomo Saltad, Sir Isaac, always great to have you here. I think I already said welcome. But Simi Gideon, great to see you as well. But then I definitely some of your so I'm gonna look into taking care of that as soon as I can. Delexion, thank you for that, host. I appreciate that. So again, we're gonna be working on the Chandler today. Why did I do that? Goodness gracious. What? Man, I'm just a whole. There's no game on back. There's just a A whole bunch of problems today. This is probably lagging for you guys terribly right now. I'm getting really horrible speeds right now. Like, it's going down below 700, and it's... man. It's driving me nuts. It's driving me nuts. Like, I look over and I see that red. That is just about enough to drive a man crazy. Here, I'm going to try something really quick. We're going to turn you down to this, even though it's not going to really do anything. Alright. Let's see what happens there. We're probably going to get much lower quality now, guys. But at least it should be a little bit more smooth for while you guys are watching. Are you guys, let me just move around a little bit. Are you all... I'm building outside. Yes, we are finally back outside. Oh, gosh. But yeah, this is where we are today. Sorry, guys. I'm just really flustered by my connection. So again, we're working on the Chandler today. So there's a few things we're going to need. We're going to first need a room to store the beeswax. I'm going to probably say this is probably going to be the main living area where the people that own the Chandler would live. And then this would be the workshop portion. So I would imagine this would most likely be for storage. And then there would probably be a furnace here on this wall in order to heat up the tallow, which would actually work really good because typically fireplaces are on the ends of houses. So we could definitely fit that in there. And then we'll have like lots of hanging things. I kind of want to test this out first. Like, is there some kind of block that would suit us for wax? I am going to check. I kind of want to see. Usually rope is kind of represented as a wick. So we could use what? Let's see here. We got the rope rail. That's not it. Rope. That's what I'm looking for. Yes. Dat Shoal Scores. Thank you for that follow. Welcome to the stream. Great to have you. But yeah, I think that looks pretty good there. We'll definitely have some wicks. So we got rope there. We do have unlit candles, so we can definitely use that. That wouldn't make sense to have lit those candles because they would not be put in a place like that. We could use these as well somehow. Buckets of tallow or wax, I would suppose, could be represented through, if I can find it. Where's the white barrel? There's a barrel somewhere of white tallow. There it is, right, sack of flour. We could utilize that as a sack of, or a barrel of, whatchamacallit, wax and things. I can take low resolution than lag. Frame rate over quality. Yeah, I'm just hoping that we'll be alright here. I'm not dipping below right now. So let's see what else is there. I do like the idea of having maybe a couple of these. These kind of represent candles in a way. Like maybe we could have a few larger candles kind of hanging. We could technically do that maybe. What else is there that might represent a candle? We got these. These would work. Yeah, maybe. They're just a little thinner. But the problem is if you put one next to it, it will become that, which isn't the worst. Well, yeah, we don't want that, of course. That doesn't look too... I don't like that either, so we'll do that. A barrel of milk. We'll see there. What else is there? What else could we use for candles, guys? This is the question of the day. What are we going to use for candles? How do we make a proper chandelier? Yeah, the Conquest Reforged, that's the servers list right there. See, now we're getting some drop frames again, but it shouldn't be hitting us as hard as it was earlier. Because I'm not noticing as much red, so at least that is a plus. Ah, man, it just sucks. It sucks. It sucks. Now let's go to our foodstuffs. Do we have anything candly looking in here? Welcome, Derry. Great to see you. How are you today? Welcome to the stream. Maybe snow and ice. Ooh, that's an interesting idea. Obviously the crystals aren't going to work. We do have snow. Now, ice I don't think will work. We do have those, though, that we could technically use as some kind of representation. Now, frozen dirt, I find, looks like, you know, maybe there's drippings of wax on the dirt. So that would kind of make sense for the floors and the workspace. So I think that'll be all right. Now, what else can we do? What else can we do? What else? We got to go through all of the blocks that we got and try to come up with ideas of what we can do here. Lichen, I don't think that's going to really do us any good. I don't like the idea of using those. Nothing in there really strikes me as a candly looking thing. I feel like we could utilize 3D models somehow. We got a mirror, we got, let's look at our furniture really quick. See, I would like to use this, but I don't think we have, okay, we do have that. But the thing about this, like if it was turned around, it would make more sense for what we're trying to do here. But there's no way to turn it around that I know of. I'm just gonna give this a try. It's probably not going, yeah, it's not going to. So I don't know. Maybe it's just like a thing to cool it down on. So I guess we could use that. Yes, Star One is the plot server that everybody is building on now. Okay, so we got a pretty good foundation of things to use. Let's keep looking through here. Like I said, I just want to come up with a solid plan before we start. Let me go look at something really quick. Give me a quick second, guys. Bloody-doop-a-doop. And we'll go to bloopity-doopity-doop. Okay. Hoo-hoo! Thank you for that follow and welcome to the Red Clan. Great to have you. So, I am kind of thinking about doing this in a somewhat interesting way, but the problem is we don't have enough space. Plus, doing the way that I am thinking, I don't think is going to work as well as I would hope. We'll do that, and we're gonna have to have. Oh, maybe we could use. Ooh, I know what we could use. Rail. Where are they? Where's the wooden rails? There they are, right there. Okay, so let's give this a quick try. Whoopsie. See, they don't connect on the corners though, which is an issue. It's also, it's not gonna look good, so we're not gonna do that. Man, why can't things just, you know, look good? Coming up with the designs are not my strong points. Repeaters, yes, repeaters are definitely a thing that we could use here. But I'm trying to represent a round, it kind of looks like this, but upside down. And then what they do is they have like a rope, it's kind of like a chandelier, and they dip it into a vat, and then they pull it out. And that's how they coat the wax on this and such. Does it look like a dying rack of sorts? If you put multiple. See, they don't connect, which is an issue. But yeah, if they were upside down, that would be incredible, but they are not. Trying to figure out why I couldn't find Raven. Yeah, that's Raven's gone now. All right. Use the wheel texture. Alright. So we got the wheel texture. Oh, I see what you're going for there, Genova. That's a good idea. We'll go ahead and build it up top on this bad boy. But the only issue I might have with this is there's really no way to connect it to the ceiling. Oh, maybe there... No, there isn't, actually. I don't know how we would connect this to the ceiling. Because now what we could do is, like, we could technically put, what do you call it? Candles underneath this. So let's just kind of test out the idea. It would kind of be like this in a way. I just wish there was, like, a way to represent more candles being dipped. Oh no, I'm late. You're not late, my man. You are just on time. Bone. A bone. A bone? Bone? What? There's a bone texture. Ooh, that actually looks like a better candle. If we had like a smaller block of that, that would look so much better for tallow, or not tallow, but just generally candles. So I like this so far. It does have a chance of being a good idea. But the problem we were having is it's not going to really... Press C on it and see what there is. I did, yeah, there's nothing there. Nothing there. Of course, nothing there, so... But how do we bring this to the ceiling? I actually just got an idea. We could use the climbing ropes. So say we could use these. Let's see if this will work. So what we're gonna have to do is use World Edit for this. Replace 4. Whoa, I just froze. Okay, we're good, we're good. Goodness gracious, why am I freezing? Disable max memory. Low memory? What? Replace 4. Replace 4. What? My memory is... Okay, what's going on here? My memory, my allocated memory looks like it's perfectly fine. Oh, by the way, what am I doing? I gotta do my overlay, art overlay. There we go. My max memory is perfectly fine. I don't see why it's... What the heck? Wheel underneath the candles. No, it needs to be above. I don't see what's going on here. You know what I'll do is just do this for now. I'm gonna restart Minecraft here soon. I just want to test out this idea. It's gonna have to come down to here, which we can't do quite yet. So we'll do that. We'll go ahead and take you guys out, put that back, and then we'll take you out and put you back. I don't know, I'm still not a big fan of this idea. That doesn't work. Didn't that bone block have a similar variant? There's nothing there. I mean, I'm looking, okay, let's look for bone. Yeah, there's nothing else in this menu that looks like bone. Replace 4, 5, what the heck? Like every time I do that, it says, oh, okay, we can do fast. Okay. Alright, the world is not breaking, so I think we'll be alright. It's too big. Yes, it definitely is too big. Maybe what we could do, actually, because of that, is maybe tone it down to something like that. Even this is still a little bit too big. In fact, it's a lot big. But the problem is, see, what I want is a lot of little individual things. And you see, the only way I can think of representing what I'm trying to do here is this. But, you know, that doesn't look like candles. Because you need a lot of candles underneath this. Like, is there any texture that you guys can think of that represents a bunch of candles being dipped? You try using stalactites boat block underneath the wheel. Finished candles. Oh, that's a great idea. Stalactite or calcite. That is such a good idea. This block right here, that is such a good idea. So we'll give that a try. Yeah, see, that looks like a candle right there. Almost, that's more of a tallow candle, though. I feel like beeswax candles are... Why do we need it? Because that's kind of how candles were made, Derry. Now, they do have molds that they would have used as well. But the very typical way was to dip it into vats. We do have another option that we could use. But again, we run into another issue. It's like really big. But, I mean, we're going to have to represent this somehow. But my other plan, if that plan doesn't work, basically you would have this long vat that this would be dipped into. And then, yeah, okay, I think that's actually what we're going to do. Let me go ahead and build it over here. Kind of a quick draw up of what we're going to be doing. I'm just going to use buckets as an example right now. Until we actually decide on that this is what we're going to use or not. But the idea is you would have buckets like this. They'd each be full of wax, and then like just pretend that each one of these candles is like 20 candles, and then there would be a bar going across on the top. So in that case, I suppose we could just use this block right here. And then what they would do is they would have some kind of lifting and lowering system on either side. So I'm going to represent that through ladders, I think. I don't know if a ladder is going to really do it, but just as an example right now, I think it'll be just fine. So we're going to go ahead and just place ladders here. I just got to place them, and then we'll take that, bloop, bloop, bloop. And then we'll take other ladders over here, and we'll do bloop, bloop, bloop. And then what they would do is they lift and lower the wicks up and down into the vats. And so when they lift it up, the wax layer would dry, and then they would lower it again, dip it, bring it back up, and etc. We do have end rods, yes, but they are glowing, and I don't want glowing wax. This is here. I've never seen something like this done in Minecraft. So we're there. It's been done, Vasa. I'm just trying to figure this out. I just want to make it more unique. I don't want to just throw out something that I've seen before. That's why I'm really trying to figure out a way to represent candles more efficiently. Because right now they're not very efficient. I guess that kind of is a good way to represent a way to lift and lower. So like they would use that to propel this thing up and down. Just have people trim them. See, it's fine. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying there. Stole your sweet roll. These are really thick. I just don't know how to represent smaller candles. There really isn't a way, even in Conquest Reforged, surprisingly. It's just really difficult to represent. I've really been trying. There is this option that's not going to work. So we got this fence option, but it looks like wood. Doesn't look very good. Doesn't even connect to the top. Over here, the candle maker will live on this portion of the house. Like this is actually his basement down here. His workspace will be over here, and the storehouse will be right here. But I do like the idea of using the calcite blocks as the actual wax. That is a really, really good idea. Definitely happy that whoever told me that idea, I'm very happy about that. Maybe the birch fence or another white one. I don't know. I kind of like that, but I suppose we can kind of look through. Don't think we need that. Beach log. Let's see about this one. Does that look like wax? Doesn't really look like wax. Let's go through fences really quick and see what we got. I'm not seeing anything really standing out to me. I totally forgot about these. I'll need to use this somewhere else in the build, but yeah, these are really neat 3D models. Things that you can use pretty efficiently. But yeah, fences, I think that's really our best option, is going the calcite route. Maybe the stalactite blocks could go as dripping wax. And another thing we could do, typically, as far as I've been seeing these representations, they've had like these bars of wax, and then they would have more bars of wax kind of just sitting and waiting to be dipped in. So let's say back here is another thing. We'll just say like there's a wall here and there's like a little, another one of these bars. So we'll just say that this is another one of those bars. And then back here we can have that on them. So to represent, so like once these candles are done being dipped, they can just be, like this whole bar can just be detached and taken off. So like it would take two people, one on one end, one on the other. They would walk it to the drying rack, they'd set it up, and then they would come back and they'd put this one on there and start dipping it. And so that way there's a constant operation going on. So when this one's done, they can just put that one on there, and then they can pull those candles off, replace the wicks, etc. But the problem is with this type of design, this is all straight, and we have a diagonal building here to work with. So that's why I originally was going for the round idea, because that gives us more of a natural way of utilizing our round space in here. So that is why I'm kind of curious how this here is going to turn out. It's probably going to be taking up the majority of the space even, so. Credentials are incorrect, which they certainly are not. Hey, Scorms Ghost, how you doing? Glad to see you streaming today. Just a bunch of streams, so I'm 5 videos behind YouTube. Oh man, that's a lot of catching up. But yeah, don't worry about catching up, man. Just enjoy the video as it's here. Yeah, we finally finished the episode of Underground, but we still got a lot more Underground to do. And Captain Caracho, thank you for that follow. Welcome to the Red Clan. So I would say let's go ahead and get started. Is there any protest, any suggestions before we get into building for real? Need a drying rack for the candles too. Yeah, we'll take care of that, I'm sure. And we'll just kind of put candles everywhere. But I'm sure this is going to turn out all right. We just got to come up with a solid design for the structure itself. Can you not reshape the building? I could, but I don't want to. I want the challenge, and so we're going to take this challenge and build the old house here the best we can. So anyways, let's go ahead and get the replay started. And record single player is on. And let's get to it. We need a swordfish candle. You are a funny guy, Derry. A funny, funny guy. Alright, recording is started. We're going to go ahead and turn fast on and replace 4, so that way we are set. One thing I need to do, let's make sure, yeah, my view distance is good. I need to go over here and grab some materials. Zabajaka, thank you for that follow and welcome to the Red Clan. Great to have you. So we've been using that material, and that material, so that will be our foundation blocks. Let's get back over here. Restart Minecraft first. No, I think we're fine. I think we're okay. I just need to turn fast on. So what I'm going to do is first, well, actually it might be better for us to use the darker block for the foundation. Because that kind of makes sense, I would say. So we're just going to go ahead and throw that in all over the place until there is nowhere else to put it. Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop. Alright. Try barrel with a water plate on top. A water plate on top. Try a barrel with a water plate on top. Are you saying that's for like wax or something? Stole your sweet roll. Thank you for that following. Welcome to the Red Clan. It's great to have you. Alright. This is Witcher 3 music in the background. What a keen ear you have. But yeah, Witcher 3 definitely is one of those things that I like to listen to whenever possible. It is a fantastic accompaniment of music for streams like these. For builds like these in general. Alright, so obviously a chandler is one of those things that I would imagine to be a fairly rich and well-to-do individual. So having a grand entrance into the building would be nice. I don't suppose we really need any windows on this side. We could have windows up top. I think that'll be alright. We'll have to figure out a way to make this wall a little bit more interesting. Maybe only the main house should be, no. Yeah, maybe only the main house should be stone. And then the actual chandler portion should be more wood. What do you guys think about that? So we can go ahead and build the house up like this, and then we can use more of a wooden structure for the other one. Now this isn't going to be fully stone. It's only going to be stone up to that floor, and then it's going to transfer over to more of a wood idea. Can you have an overhanging porch? Yeah, I can definitely do that. It would make sense in this area because this road is really large here. So having a little bit of overhang into the road would be sensible in order to bring the area together a little bit nicer. So I kind of want to use, where is those beam things? They're down here, aren't they? Maybe not. Where are you? There we go. I want more of a... Where are the other beams? There's the birch. I suppose the dark oak beam will be alright. I don't know. See, it gets really tall here in the back, and that's kind of... I'm not really liking that so much. This house is going to be really tall if we do this. I kind of actually have an idea, though. Like, what if we cut the house here? Ooh, I like this idea already. We cut the house there. Alright. Then we take out all of this, and then make this a porch a bit. I'm just kind of blocking it in right now, so it might look really weird. But once we get it more situated, I think we'll be more keen on the idea. But doing that, I think, would be pretty nice. That way we can utilize this section for more of a, like, a porch like this, maybe. So, like, it's a back porch, so that way it doesn't look so unnaturally tall. Like, there's a little bit of a tiered kind of subsection there to give us a little bit more depth and detail. And then we can have a stair going down this way, and then it would overall make sense as like a back door leading back into the gardens behind. So I think we're getting somewhere good here. Next, what we're going to need to do is grab some tutor. I've been using tutor across the build only on the houses, not on anything else. I definitely am not liking the idea of using... I don't want to use white tutor. Have I used white tutor yet? I don't think so. We're just going to say no. Let's see here. The floor is going to be right there, so that means that's going to have to be the window right there. So that means we're going to have to do some real work here trying to figure this out. Farks Wolf, thank you for that follow and welcome to the Red Clan. Light is life. Alrighty. So I am seeing some neat development here. This house can be rather large. I'm definitely not against that idea. This is a chandler, so chandler is somewhat known for being a more of a richer type of individual in a land, because they are because obviously the higher class and such would pay a good bit of money to get beeswax candles, because this is this chandler makes specifically beeswax candles, and since Lumiere is such a high class type of thingy, they would definitely be paying a substantial amount of money in order to pay for some proper candles. So making this large makes sense. And plus, we got a nice little, we got a nice view down on it. Once that's fully built, it's gonna really have a great, it's really gonna flow with the rest of the build, it being fully diagonal as it is. You can also add a cellar entrance on the high parts of the foundation. So you're saying on the high part of the foundation up here, add a cellar? Or oh, the high part of the foundation right here. Yeah. Right here would actually be, no, that's where the stream would be. See, this is actually a flow path. So if the water is, all the water from the castle and these fields would kind of flow down underneath this bridge. As you can see, it kind of washed away the road, and it would flow down this little kind of like tributary down into the creek. Aloha, very sad soul. You are finally starting to emerge from your shell. It's great to see you coming a little bit more happy this stream. I'm waiting for, did I say aloha? I meant, okay, something like really crafty. I meant I'm sad or something. I don't know. Alright, so we need some roof materials. It doesn't really have to be anything super special. Let's just say this will be our roof material for now. Let's give it a quick look here. What will this look like? We are finally back above ground there, Wolfed. We have finished the part of underground that we needed to finish. And so now we are above ground working on the Chandler. If you're not familiar what a Chandler is, the Chandler is the guy that makes candles. Very important profession in any society back in the old days. Alright. And again, another thing I'm trying to go for is color. And having this brighter colored roof, I do like that. That's one thing I'm really trying to avoid with this build, is using the very typical thatch roofs for anything that's not a castle. That's the very typical thing to do. So I feel like adding in tiled roofs just gives the build so much more color, and also makes sense in the lore, because this is a very rich and just a generally wealthier province in the Empire, and so they're able to afford more expensive and nice things. While streaming, the picture will tear when you move fast. Oh wait, is the thing really causing some? Why is this? Oh yeah. The issue is because I've really lowered the bit rate like a lot. It's really annoying me that I have to reduce quality in order to actually get a good stream in, but I just don't know what else I can do. I do want to add a little bit more on the side of this building. Like, see right now it's really flat, but if we do just something as simple as this, all we got to do is just bring it out a little bit here. We'll come one more out, and then we'll come up to here. Like, legitimately, this is all we got to do in order to add in a nice little bit of yeah, just make it look nicer. In fact, even for this, what we could do is bring it out by one block, so we can use beams. And I would say this beam would be a good thing to do. So let's just see what we think about this. So we gotta do that, that, and that. And then this is going to come out like so. And I'm not going to make this a steeped roof. I'm going to make it a more, just a flat roof kind of going up. But we got to make it 3 blocks tall. So that way I can do 2 windows in the side here. Like that and that. Or maybe just like this. Just one, just little windows like that maybe. Okay, maybe a little bit large, so we're going to revise this plan by a little bit. I think what we'll do is instead we'll kick this back a little bit more. I'm gonna say down to there. Let's see, does that work? That's 4, so let's go to 3 instead. Alright, let's see if this will work for what I have in mind. I just need a little bit more finagling. See, now we have a 2x spot, which actually isn't all that bad. I could utilize this pretty well. I know it's too wide. We might encounter an issue here. Yeah, see, that's going to overlap. It's not going to work. Maybe just a porch there. Why is there sunlight? Burns! The path is obstructed now. Well, what I could do is dig into the lavender field a little bit. I just felt like there needed to be some kind of extension here of sorts, just to give the side a little bit more depth to it. Now, of course, there will be more depth when we do like the extra things that's going to be added in. There's going to be lots of, you know, cool things and details. But just right now, it looks really flat. I don't know anything about that, very sad soul. Maybe a small staircase tower. No towers, no towers. Alright, we're just gonna do this. I'm not gonna go too much more into this because it's really not worth spending all this time on. So what I'm going to do is grab you and put that over to like that. Use you and you. Put that there and that there. And I would say that is pretty close to looking good. I think I'm going to have to... I guess it's alright doing that. I don't see why not. Because once we add in the bordering along the roof, that's going to, in itself, really fix up this area. So we have just like a little bit of a window there so that the occupants of the house here can look out the window and see all the things that there are. And we could use half slabs here to give us a little bit more room on the outside. In fact, we could do it all the way up. We got this block, of course, so we could do that, and then we got these blocks going down like so, and then we have this block here. So just check that out, guys. Like, man, this Conquest Reforged just gives us so many options. I love it. I just love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Check that out. And then we can take away these, and then voila, we have room to work with. Oh, that's beautiful. Check that out, guys. That makes me happy. All right, so there's all that extra room in our building there. We can even give it a little bit of a rounder roof stylization. So what we could do is something like that, maybe. Give it a little bit more of a, what is that called? A slope of a roof? There's this more of a specific name for it, but I'm just going to leave it at that. But yeah, something like that possibly. I have connection going over the road, another building. There's an adding support for diagonal buildings in the next update. A chimney would be nicer. Well, we could put a chimney right here. We do need a chimney on this portion of the house. We need a chimney over on this portion of the house, and we need a chimney over here. So having a chimney would actually make sense to kind of put maybe right... I don't know, actually. Maybe it wouldn't make sense to put a chimney here. We'll test it out really quick. And then, of course, we can give it a little bit more of a solid look by using those blocks like so. And then we can use these bad boys and go all the way up. It's always nice to give chimneys a more officialized look versus being kind of lonely. You know, you don't want them to feel completely separate from the building. And maybe even the texturing isn't really all that good. We definitely need to work on that a little bit more. And this is just, again, rough sketching. We're just getting the idea of what we're going to be doing. Goodness, stuck in a tree. That, I think, will work, actually. It's going to need some work, of course. We're not done with it. I want to make sure you guys are well aware of that. But I believe having the chimney there, the little, what is that called, a gambrel there, and you got the gable, and then you have the other gable back here. That, I think, is going to suffice for us. Another thing that would be really neat is utilizing this structure back here as an extension for the upper half of this building. Again, not necessary though, so we're not going to really do much with that. Does the sunlight burn your eyes? It actually is really bright. I'm still adjusting. Alright, what is going on over here? You unfinished house is already better than what I had. The colorful chat burns my eyes. Oh, I'm very used to that though. Alright, so what we need to do now is figure out a design for this building right here. So my idea is to utilize wood as the structure. See, I don't know about that though. Would it make sense to use stone or wood? What would you guys say would work here? You know what? I'm gonna do this. Fill R1 to 5, I guess. What? Come on. 1, 2, 5. And we're gonna do it here. Alright, I don't care. And then we'll just go ahead and fill in those spots. And then voila, we got the foundation set. It should be one up from the road, so I will bring the stone foundation up at least one more. So we'll go ahead and just do this real quick. All the way along the foundation. And then this will all be the actual ground floor of this place. Because now it does make sense that it's wooden. Because if you have wood straight up against the ground, moisture would have a tendency to collect and rot the wood, therefore rendering the building rather useless. However, if you lift it up off the ground, at least by one block, it will give a much longer life to wooden structures. So now what we need to decide is how we're going to go about in making this wooden structure here. I think we may just go ahead and make it out of solid wood for now. It is a chandler though, so I don't know. And we don't want to make it completely diagonal with the house. That's another thing I'm trying to avoid here, but I don't know how to go about changing that. Like maybe what it should do is go out one more block. Should it do this? See, the problem with that though is then we have an even block count there, and that would make the roof rather useless. Oh my, you seem to have a great taste. What's your favorite board on the Chans? What's your favorite board on the Chans, Duke? I am so confused. I know it's ugly, Genova. I'm not done with it yet. Okay. So at this point, I am somewhat stuck, other than the fact, I guess we could do that. We could make it completely flat, because we are going to be building a porch into it on the outside. Wait, why would there... Oh, I see what we could do. Never mind, I might have an idea for this. See, my idea currently is that it will have a porch sticking out right here. Just like this. I know we're just using the same woods and everything. I'm just trying to blotch out my idea. And then we can come back through and add in the detail as per usual. And then we can have like the, what is this, directional? No, that's the capital, good. Put those down just like so. And then we can have the beams on the top of that. So let's go ahead and just use, I suppose, this. I don't know, actually. Let's use these. These. Okay. Just a few more seconds, guys. I will be getting back to chat ASAP. Alright, there we go. And then it would have a roofed porch there. Just a current little, very rough sketch. Hey, Genteki, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. We're working on the Chandler right now. That's outside of Lumiere. Right now, it's looking really shabby. But I'm hoping that we will be able to culminate our building somehow into a nice looking thing eventually. Bring the tutor down. Bring the tutor down. Oh, you're saying make this tutor? Okay, and then the next thing I want to do is make this into, or make the roof. So what we're going to do, I think what I'm going to make this is actually a different type of roof. So maybe that this chandler, the house for the chandler was maybe made after, or maybe this wood portion was made after. So like what I'm just trying to represent here is that they're kind of two different things. I'm trying to find the freaking roof tiles. Where are they? There we go. That's what I was looking for. Alright, there we go. That's not too bad. Now, the issue that I'm having currently is will this... No, that's not going to work. So it has to come up one more here. Alright. And then we'll go back to that. That. I guess we could also do this here. Alright, and then we could do... this is a problem. Or is it? Maybe not. Alright, let's see if this is going to suffice. Alright, what's going on in chat? No, this build is not on Raven. This is single player. Do you have stuff? No, I do not have a server. Hey, Jer Plays, how you doing? Infrastructure at the same time. This is what my dad wanted. Well, it sounds like you're having fun there, sad soul. What if you had an overhang over the path and the right of the building? I could definitely do an overhang there. I think that would be a pretty good idea, actually. Excuse me. Maybe it's actually this that we need on the closest overhang. Like that. And then as we go up, it transfers into more of a steady incline like this. So let's just test this out really quick. So that needs to go up one more, and that needs to go up there. Alrighty, we're getting somewhere, guys. I am getting pretty confident about this. It's the design itself, I mean, it's looking good. It's the detailing that we're going to get to. I mean, a lot of you are probably worrying right now because of how it's actually looking in terms of the textures being used. But give me a little bit more time to develop those textures into something that looks interesting. The two and through if I hacked Raven won't come back. Raven got bought in Google. Raven stole my plots. Raven is now called AngularJS. Look it up. Stole nothing. You borrowed from Raven. What? I'm so confused. What? What are we even talking about? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Is it anything I should bother my head with? Alright, a nice steep roof. I am really liking this. As you walk up to it, it just has a really, really neat vibe to it. I'm not sure if you guys are catching it right now, but at least when I am walking up to this, as I look up, I just am really, I guess I'm trying to come up with a good word for it, but I just feel like it should be there. Especially say if we add a tree. Like I feel like a tree would go really good right here as a eye blocker. As you're walking past, like if there needs to be a tree right there. Maybe another one of those pine trees there. That would look pretty nice, just kind of there as a view blocker. It needs to have low branches, so I think that might work. Ducon's IQ increased by 10 gigabytes ever since he started streaming. You're welcome, Duke. Oh, goodness. Yeah, my IQ, let's not get into that. Let's not get into that today. Wait, that was my idea. The tree was your idea? Ducon's IQ surpassed Rick. Oh yeah, I need to stand still. I'm sorry. I keep needing to remind myself that I had to lower the quality. I'm trying to be a little bit more smooth with my moving now. So, in fact, what is that command? Was it F4, F3? No, that's not it. F5? That's not it. F6? What is the cinematic mode? F1? No, that's not it. F3? There's a cinematic mode, I remember. I don't remember what it is, but of course it's not gonna be realistic to build like that, but you know, that'd be funny. I kinda like it, guys. No under construction parts in this plot. Not that I'm planning, very sad soul. F8. No, it's not F8 for me. It's not F9 either. What is the President's footsteps? Huh, didn't even realize that was a thing. So I suppose there will be a porch back here. This will be a little shed thing back there as well. Assign, but you need to assign it if it's not done already. Oh, okay. I mean, I was just kind of kidding about it. I'm not going to actually do it, but it was just a joke. It was a joke, guys. Come on. Everybody laugh. Okay, so we need to come up with a better material for the walls here along this building. You know, it could be paint. Oh, yes, painted. That is exactly what we need. Because, again, we're going for very vibrant colors here in Lumiere. And so we could use... Let's just grab a variety of blocks that we can possibly use. Yellow, blue, cayenne... or cyan for you guys that are complete dweebs and think that's the only way to pronounce it. But we got red, so let's just give that a quick try. If we don't like that, we can give other tries to other things. But I definitely believe that there needs to be some color on this bad boy. So we'll see what this will do. It needs to be a brighter color, something that stands out a little bit more substantially. And honestly, yellow might be the color. Let's give it a try. I think that might be our block. And I'm going to heavily stress when I say might. Very well might be our block. Usually paint would only strip on the weathered portions, so that would usually be the lower, whereas up towards the roof it would be more sheltered from the elements. Okay. I know right now it looks really weird. Trust me, I know it looks really weird too, but once we add in detail, there's a possibility this might be our answer, so hold your horses. Let me develop this. Put a window there. And what else can we do? Hands over glass of cola. Very sad soul. You could, and stairs down to a cellar block. Back behind there is an opening part next to storage. Yeah, there definitely will need to be a storage here. Something's not working with me for the painted blocks. I want something more... Maybe green, no, we don't want green. We could use a mixture, maybe. I mean, I don't know. Like, just around the door there. And then we could use that, put the window there. Possibly. Let me go ahead and grab a door block here. We would need a solid oak door because this isn't like an official entrance for people, like customers, to come in. Just kind of do that. And then what kind of window would we do here? Let's see. What if you had a very small dormer in the middle of the porch roof? Well, there's... I guess there might be a reason for a dormer. We could maybe do that. But yeah, this painted wood just isn't working for me. I was really hoping it would. Let's try this gray. Where was it? There was gray planks that was vertical. This one right here. Let's give this a try. It looks kind of like treated lumber in a way. And maybe we could mix it in with something else. I don't know. But giving that a try might... What the... There we go. I don't like that either. I really want this to be yellow, or not yellow. I really want it to be wood, but it's not working as I was hoping. When does anything ever work as I was hoping? Like, does that ever happen? I don't suppose this is going to work. That's going to look really weird. What about this? This almost looks like a shed, kind of. I'm not sure if I'm not really keen on that texture. It's a little bit dark. It's like crazy dark. We might even just go ahead and just use stone for this, guys, because... You know, I'm just having a really hard time figuring this out. Hey there, Inanimate. Welcome. Great to see ya. Pink. Hey, Mir2Kaz. How you doing? Maybe white or light gray. Oh, that's a good idea. Let's try white. White is a good, pure color. Also, we're a Chandler, so, you know, white is just a representative color of what they're making. So this might be an option. We're gonna have to change some of the colors here. Maybe it's the roof color, possibly. You know what also might be the issue? That we haven't done this out here. And another issue that might be causing us not liking this as much is, you know, the door here. Maybe above the door there needs to be another texture. Some kind of like fancy block. I would say something along the lines of one of these down here. Let's say this elven carved block. Let's just give that a try. Maybe a little bit too fancy. I believe that definitely overdoes it. So we're gonna try something else. Maybe we got this. Let's not try that. Let's try this maybe. That's not terrible. Whoopsie. Let's try that. Stop. Oh yeah, and another thing we could do is use that along the border of the top here. Let's remove that and put something else there. I'm gonna say, I don't know, Nordic? That's not terrible. I can work with that. It's single player. Yes, I live in my own society. There we go. I don't think I could say it any better way. But yeah, eventually I plan on getting back to multiplayer building. What the heck happened here? Eventually I'm planning on getting back to multiplayer building. It's just right now I'm very much content building on my own. But I am planning on starting a project likely in the future, which will bring me out from my single player days and bring me back to the civilization. But we will see. We need a capital. I suppose it really wouldn't make sense to use one of these blocks. It wouldn't make any sense because they're stone, of course, but they don't have to be stone, do they? I'm looking for wooden capitals. Bay windows. Okay, so what I'm thinking is using... I know you guys are going to be totally adverse to this, but I just want to give it a try. But doing something like this, maybe not that, maybe the white one. Where is it? Come on, seriously, just, there we go. All right, we're in the right area now. At least I think we are. All right, let's give this a try. Since we're already using white, let's do something like that. And then up along the roof, we can use some kind of carved block. I'm gonna say this here. What? That's not what I wanted. Ah, there we go. And do that all the way along like so. There needs to be something along there. Wooden pillar with stone column. No, it's not stone. I'm not sure if you're familiar with, you know, well, I'm sure you are, painted architecture, or painted wooden architecture. I worked at a, what do you call it? A wood shop, and we do fine architectural woodwork. And so they would have exterior grade wood, and then they would, seems like the wealth of materials is a bit different. They would use some kind of, like, say, mahogany is an outdoor wood. Benji, thank you for that follow. Welcome to the stream. Or white oak. And then they would just paint it. And then painting it would protect it from the sun. The wood itself would protect it from the elements. And then so on and so forth. But maybe what we could do is give it a little bit more... Maybe work on the pillars a little bit more. Seems like, yeah, it's supposed to be a molding, like a fancy kind of molding. Because again, Chandler, it's a Chandler. So it's a very rich, you know, guy here doing his thing. You do not paint mahogany. Yes, we do, Kevin. That's actually not true. And it's weird that that's what we do. But our main exterior paint grain wood is mahogany. Well, we call it sapele, but it's all mahogany. All right, what was I going to do? Railing. And let's see if this will work. But yeah, our interior wood is poplar, and our exterior wood is sapele, African mahogany, Honduras mahogany, and yeah, that's about it. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like, it's such a good grain, and then people just mess it up by priming it. It's like, seriously, guys? Really now? But what are you gonna do? I mean, you're gonna say, you know, we're not gonna take your money or something? Of course not. No, we're gonna still take the money. That's what businesses do. All right. See, they are a little bit bright. That's what's kind of throwing me off right now, is just how incredibly bright they are. If there was a way... Polar or softwoods? Poplar, you mean? Not sure what polar is, but yeah. And see, I agree with that. I agree with that, Piglin. But you know, we get paid for it, so this, you know, it's just how it is. I believe that there should be some kind of roof trim around this. What did I do over here? Did I just use blocks, or was there some kind of special technique I had done? Okay, I see. I would like to do this. It's bad spelling. I know the feeling, man. I know the feeling. All right, so see, this is I don't like that. What am I gonna do here? Try white roof trim. A white roof trim. See, we definitely need a roof trim. But I'm just not liking what we're currently doing. I mean, I like it, but not overnight. Try white roof trim. And then what we could do, another thing we could do is make it kind of eroded underneath the porch. So like the water from all this up here is also flowing under the porch and down this path and then kind of around the house. So we could try to implement that somehow. This is the Chandler, Luke. This is where they would make candles for Lumiere and whoever else would need them. So let's just try to look for a roof trim material. I am going to say, I don't know, we've been using this block for roof trim, so I mean, if we decide on something else, I'm totally for it. I'm just going to use this for now because it's easy. It is easy, and yeah, I like easy. Right. And then we're going to want to do this along the sides as well. Chip and Phoenix, thank you for that follow. Welcome to the Red Clan. Great to have you. Okay, and then we get down to here. We need to do... Oh, wait. That's what we need to do. We need to do that there. And then we need the beams. In fact, we could use the beams up higher as well, if I'm not mistaken. We're about to switching up the shingle color. Some red and some more of the coppery color. See, I did that. See, the two sides are different colored shingles. I wanted to make it look like that this building was built after the main house or something, like maybe vice versa. I don't know. But I definitely wanted there to be that separation. But yeah, I totally agree with that. So we may be doing some more stuff like that here in the future. This is an issue here because what I want to do is make a something going all the way across, and maybe we could put a just like a little vent up here. Usually, what I would consider something like if I can find the windows, even something like this, like the white block, or maybe this here. Whoopsie. That right there would be a vent-looking thing. I like that. Oh yeah, I see that. Sorry. Finally catching you live streaming. Oh, awesome, man. Glad you're able to find us, or find me, finally. But yeah, welcome. Something I like to do that I find to be a neat little detail is add little architectural, random, like for no good purpose spikes on the top of roofs. I'm not sure if it's going to be the best plan for this structure here, but it's worth giving it a quick little try. At least I consider it's worth trying out. Okay, something's not working for me for that steeped roof. I'm gonna go over here. I know there's a way I've done it before, and I have not done it on this build, it looks like. Yeah, I have not done it on this build, so I'm gonna have to figure it out myself without referencing my old techniques. Okay, so the issue that we're having currently here... Oh, I know what we could do with this. Well, this probably isn't going to be a good idea. But what if we do that up here on the top? It adds a little bit of contrast. So red and white. I really like that, actually. That does really have a neat contrast value. I still want to somehow cover these up. But the question is, how do I do that? Dark gray trim. Yeah, something isn't exactly working for this trim here. It's just a little too crazy. It's too dark. It's too dark. That's what I'm trying to go for. So what we need is something a little less extreme. Maybe the dark gray would work. Let's see how that mixes. It might mix, so let's give it a try. So again, we're just going to have to take the blocks out and replace them accordingly on the way up. Okay, but the issue that we have here... Alright, get up to there, and we put that on top. See, now the gray mixes too much with the white. Sniper, thank you for that follow and welcome to the Red Clan. Great to have you. See, that now mixes way too much with the white, and we are still not getting that perfect texture that we need in order to make this work. So, what about this? This might be our solution. It's not a very good texture, to be honest. It's a very muted texture, so this might not be what I'm looking for. But I'm going to try it out anyway and see what we can do. Alright, so that's with that. Honestly, besides the separations, like I don't really like that separation there so much. It actually, it doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look too bad. We still need to figure out this portion here if we are going to do this. I do like having this like thing here. I just need to figure out how to best implement it. I guess like that would be fine. And then we can take these blocks like that, do that across. I'm not adverse to that. And then this top block here, I don't think we need to do anything. Add wooden pillars on the corners of the back side. So you think that these should be wooden here. Let's actually use a different type of beam for this. I'm going to say something more of a birch beam would be more applicable to this structure. So then we'll also change these up top here to something like this. So overall, the architecture and wood used in this structure is lighter than the one used in the actual chandler's house. So something like that might be what we are trying to do. And then we also got to put a window in here. So let's give that a quick try. What can we do? Definitely not that. Maybe just one of those wooden windows, the wooden pane ones. That looks pretty good, I would say. Medieval, or somewhat Lumiere styled. Actually, we'll put this here. It looks a little bit odd, so off-centered. Plus, you can see it better as you're walking down the road at that angle, so I like that. Use a trapdoor size on the top of the original wall. Use the trapdoor size on top of the original wall. The original wall. I'm not quite sure what you're trying to refer to there. We could even put a window here. Not on both sides, or maybe not there. Let's say back here instead. So maybe putting a window here would be good. Oh no, this is going to be the side where the... maybe we could actually put it right here. We can put the chimney right there on the back, and then that would really fix our issue with trying to figure that out. And then another thing we could do is continue this texture all the way around. So we could do this all the way along the front border. Just like that. That way we don't have to worry about the whole bordering issue anymore. I'm not sure. Should I border it all the way up and around? I think what should happen is it should change to a different border for this house. So for the main house, it should just look maybe we could actually use the darker looking border for that. But I think the white fit. You think the white fit, huh? Do you really think that? Actually, I do have an idea of how we can make this fit a little bit nicer. At the base of each of these, we could do this. So that they don't look like they just start from the stone, but that the stone kind of naturally transitions into the wood beam there. Another thing that we're going to have to do is underneath here, I'm going to have to take some of these blocks and fill in underneath. I do have one thing that I'm worried about that I'm going to have to fix. I do want to, it's not necessary. I was going to say we could put a shutter there. Also, would this look good if we took those out? I wouldn't say that necessarily looks good, but it doesn't look bad at the same time, so, you know, you sacrifice one thing for another. This is going to be another tricky thing. Yeah, we're not going to be able to do this as I would hope it to be. Yo, what's the haps, my shizzle? Hey, Coco, how you doing, man? Great to see you. We are working on the Chandler right now, trying to come up with a reasonable design for this bad boy. Not doing too terrible of a job, I think. Just kind of messing with textures and ideas, and hopefully eventually we'll come up with a neat little idea how this is all going to fit together. Just an open porch. Oh, I want to do this. I want to make it all the way across. It's just that's a problem. We do have another option though. I don't like this idea very much. And oh, actually, it is a good idea. Well, it's not a good idea, but it's an idea that we kind of will have to do. If see, I don't know. That doesn't look very good. I just wish that there was another way of doing this. I mean, at least the porch looks like it's being held up, but it's just way too thick. It just too much. It's too much. And I don't really think I don't think there's any other way to do that. I'm thinking. Let's see what this is. Let's do capital. Let's see. We got wooden capitals down here. Let's mess with this idea just for the sake of trying it out. Why doesn't that work? Let's do this maybe. Nope, that's not going to work. All right, so we're just going to go back to our original idea and just maintain that. Okay, directional. Okay, we want the capital. Yeah, we're just going to maintain the original idea. The problem, though, is we aren't going to be able to do the railings, which is really sad because that would look really good. An anvil. Stairs. Those are still really bright. Still really bright. So maybe we could try something more of the tan look. We just want something really simple if we're gonna do that. So let's try this maybe. I think this actually might be better. The white just had a massive contrast to it. But that, on the other hand, it kind of works. See, another thing we might be able to fix this with is some greenery out front, which might give us the value we need. And from a different side each time. See, the thing is, the issue that we're having there, KK, is this right here. So it would stop there. We couldn't cover that. Like, you have to do this. So this inside corner would not work there. Hey, Lenny, how you doing? Great to see you. Oh, man, that's sad. You know, another thing we could do? We could just make it an open porch like that, and you kind of step up into it. Or maybe be stairs. Let's see here. Let's do this maybe. Stairs to get up to it. Looks really shabby, I would say. If only stuff would work. Maybe place the railings on the back side of the pillar. That is an option, at least. Alright, let's give that a try. That is an option. I'm not too keen on this idea, though. I feel like it's gonna look really odd from the outside. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna use oak railings, but I mean, it's just kind of there for now. It's not terrible, I would say. I also believe that that down there should be a more solid looking block. Ooh. Other than the fact that that is... Maybe if we did this, or not even that, maybe the other one, this railings. Let's try these. That makes it look a little bit better, I would say. Maybe these should actually be... Let's try that. Do we prefer the oak railings or these railings? I'm kind of leaning towards these railings right now, but that's probably because I haven't used them yet. We're still having the issues with contrast values, which is really kind of annoying. But that is the troubles of building. No, those don't work there. Maybe put trapdoors in the bottom of the pillars. And then it comes around like that, and then the stairway to get up to the porch would be right here, which I will eventually do. Oh, there we go, just grab that. And then we could go ahead and grab you. Do that, and do that right there. So that's the way to get up to the porch right there. You walk across. It's a really cramped porch, but, you know, you got what you got. There's not really much else that can be done. Oh, I just thought of something. What are they called? Yes, clothes hangers. Oh, yes. I really like that. I think another thing that's going to really help us out is when we remove all this random stuff out here. I just want to keep that all out here until we are done with figuring out what we need to do. So another thing we could do is add a couple more dormers up here, just like kind of like skylights. There's not really any specific reason why they would be up here other than just they're there. So I'm just going to kind of throw them in like so. And then... What did I do for these dormers up here? It's really off there, Coco. Actually, I might be able to give us a little bit more quality. So let me do 1500. Let's give that a try. Alright, I just upped the quality a tad. So you guys tell me if it's better or not. Oops, I just removed some things. Yes, later there will be more caves. I'm just kidding. Not today. But eventually we'll be doing some more caves. Alright. I don't suppose that'll work, will it? Probably not. Really, it's much better now? Just by adding 500? Wow, that's crazy. Okay, we'll do this here. It's not terrible. And I'm not getting any drop frames yet, so we're still doing pretty good there. As long as we don't drop frames, I'm fine. You know, I won't change it back or anything. It's just a huge thing about, you know, this whole reason why I switched the quality there earlier was because we were having really bad stream quality. And, you know, it kept stopping. But I suppose if you can't even watch the stream due to constant lag, that's not much better, is it? Okay, that doesn't look terrible. And then we could even add a couple little spiky spikes on top. Oh, can't even do that. Huh. What do you have else to do in the crypts? Lots. But like I said, we're not going to be doing that. Yeah, we're not going to be doing that for another 2 episodes. We're going to be finishing the back corner of the plot here. And then we're going to be moving on to the Lord's residence. And then we are going to go back underground. So we got a good little while to go till then. So enjoy this reprieve as we got it. I believe that there should be shutters on this window here. So I'm going to go ahead and remove these. I wonder. That's not going to work. Okay, anyways, let's go ahead and just add a couple of shutters on here. I kind of have this idea to just use red. That's some nice color. It contrasts well enough, I would say. We finish the manor and the surroundings first and then move on to doing the huge crystal cave or what? But yeah, I'm planning on doing this whole back corner of the plot, the Lord's residence, and then we're going back underground. And then we're going to finish the other corner of the plot. And then we're going to finish all of the rest of Lumiere in 1 episode. And then we're going to... then we're going to go to the last episode, of course, and then be done. Can't wait to be done. And then until Seabridge is ready to go, I'll just be doing small little, like, build a house here. Just doing little things. Like, I might go over to Darwin. Oh my gosh, no. We'll build a small little plot. You know, we'll just start off with a little tiny castle. We're just gonna make a small fort on the side of on the top of this hill here. Not really anything big. Just kind of a small little fort for about 5 people. But no, seriously, we're doing some major progression here on Seabridge, guys. Seabridge 2.0. We got the history of the Octavian Empire. That's being written down. We got some great backbone lore set now. And now what we need to do is start working on some more. Yeah, we need to start working on some more, whatever I'm trying to say. You know, the nit-grit details. I would love to see a new Architect plot series. That in itself took forever to do. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be seeing that again. But yeah, my next series, or my next build is going to be probably something small. Hopefully small, and will continue and remain small, not become something massive. Right, I'm just giving this a little try. I kind of imagine this might work, so I just want to see. There we go. And then we can make a little map mode around the hill, nothing too much. We could call it crying, nothing too big. great, man. Small fort at Sea Ridge away from the Lord's residence. Oh my god. Being able to watch the stream after being in the car for 3 hours. This is so nice. For being in the car for 3 hours. Goodness. You should really come to England for Cast of Inspiration. I would love to at some point. But yeah, and then maybe what we could do is post Seabridge. If I don't even know why I'm even considering post Seabridge, but post Seabridge, if that ever is a thing, which kind of doubtful it's gonna ever happen in my lifetime. But if it is, then we could move on to Crying 2.0 and make it actually as I imagine it, versus being all smushed into this one little world thing, smushed into this little place that I was forced to throw together. Yeah, Crying it definitely did not fit the terrain that it was on. Why are you not in a tunnel? Yep, we are done down the tunnels for now, and then we'll be going back eventually. But that's a little while from now. We get to enjoy some sunlight for a change. Alright. I think that this will be the grand pinnacle of this house, and I think I'm going to make it like really fancy. And then I want to add a lattice bratis thingamajigger on top. That's pretty good. And then on top of that, maybe... I mean, it doesn't really make sense to have a weather vane on top. But why not? Okay. Very nice transformation. I've seen your vlogs and last videos. I say respect, man. Thank you there, Tripsilon. I appreciate that. Let's see. Looks weird. You think it looks weird? Are you saying my build looks weird, man? Come on. Come on. Alright, so we'll go ahead and do that. And also we'll do the same thing on the other edge of the building, like so. Like that. I'm trying to follow a similar style across the whole thing. Again, we'll have that right there. Okay. It would be nice to actually have spikes on top of those as well, but I don't want to really like overly do it. One thing that we could do to make these look a little bit better is add buttons. Yes. I mean, haven't you guys always heard the fact that buttons make everything better? Like, it's a common known fact. Like, everybody knows it and all. It's like, you know, if you don't know that, you haven't been in Minecraft for very long. Turn the sun down. That top thing's looking almost out behind. All right, detailing is coming along. I'm going to... Let's use a different type of window for the main house, because again, we're trying to do something a little bit different. Why am I looking down that window? Or the menu? Window menu? I don't know. Not the dragon glass. I guess we might be able to use the dragon glass. All right, we got all these wooden panes. We got that wooden pane, and that wooden one. We don't want... That's the one we were using. That one's not too bad. I like that one. That's the one we will use for this part of the house over here. Yeah. I like it. I like it. A van licky licky. Nobody knows what that means. We need little swordfish images on the buttons. Ah, yeah. Yeah, that's what we need. Ah, the age of technique of putting buttons on things well seen throughout the ages. Button greater than God, it's true. Oh, man. Okay, so, we're getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere. I'm liking the shape of this structure over here. Let's go ahead and look at the interior of it really quick. I just kind of want to make sure that this is still enough space for us to work with. Yes, I would say so. This is gonna be where they actually make the candles in this little building place. This is where the Chandler would live. Very, very wealthy Chandler. Chandlers are typically of a wealthier class. I know, right there, Skillywags. It's really great to finally be above ground. I have been looking forward to this for quite a while. I'm really annoyed that we don't have the connected textures for these blocks, but you know what? Whatever. I will adapt. Your culture will adapt to service us. Resistance is futile. Okay, so we're gonna add a little bit of that tutor thing going on there. And then maybe do this here. And then maybe at the bottom as well. Have it fold in, maybe. What do we think about that? Maybe too much tutor. I think that just is too much there. Maybe what we should do is just keep this solid tutor there and there. And then just have the excess tutor up there. I think that'll be alright. Your drone flew away today? What? Alright, now you got me curious, man. I gotta know. Was it just like, I'm sick of this guy, and then it just kind of flies off into the distance? I mean, that's kind of how I imagine this story progressing here. Right, and then what we need there is one of these bad boys. There we go. I don't wanna put up with this guy anymore. I'm gonna be on my way. And then I can just imagine the drone just, you know, kind of just said that and then gone. You know, just had enough. I can imagine how sad that would be too. I can imagine like one of those sad compilations, like, you know, crying and looking up in the sky and then crying some more, like a very slow motion emotional scene in a movie. Hey there, Tulu, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Great to see you. Alright, again, what I want to do there is add in some... Well, no, we're going to do different shutters here. Let's see. Shutters. I suppose... Ooh, we have white... What? We have white... We have shutters? Am I correct to assume that's not how they're supposed to be? It's not letting me... Oh, you can close them. Ah, look at that. I'm smart. It didn't find it. I didn't find it. Stop it. Money was lost. Money was lost. Happened to me before, man. I know the feeling. But no, man, that's just terrible. That is just horrific. Lost the poor drone. I feel like there should be some kind of like organization. It's like, you know how there's PETA, you know, take care of animals, and then there's like some kind of drone thing. Because, you know, drones are becoming a big thing. So now there needs to be treat your drones right, or else face the consequences. And I feel like that organization is just on the horizon. Haven't seen the outside of the build for a while. I thought something sort of meh if Seabridge is done on Darwin, since I won't be active in that community. If I want to come by and build something special. All sorts of stuff out of me first. I mean, we'll see. Ninjaria, thank you for that follow. Welcome to the stream. I haven't fully decided on that, Umanim, so I don't know what is going to work there. So there's no definite where it's going to be built, if it's going to be built. All there is right now is I really would like it to happen. And if, again, like I've said many times before, if it goes through, then we're going to start working on more nit-grit things, like, for example, where it's going to be put, who's going to paint it, how it's going to be painted, all the nit-grit things. So eventually we'll get to those. But for right now, I'm just going to build Lumiere, write lore when I am capable of doing so, and moving on. Hey there, Lindalus. How you doing? Welcome. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, Umanum. I didn't see ya. I apologize. Resistance is futile. Long live Darwin. Man. Yeah, I love the Darwin server. I'm really impressed by what they're doing. DigiDev seems to be one of those administrations, admins, server owners. I don't know. He knows what he's doing, and that's impressive. Thanks, Charles Brian Duncan. I love it. I love the not knowing. It makes things so much more interesting. Do you think the spire is a little bit tall? It probably is. Probably is. Am I going to fix it though? That remains to be seen. Also, I'm going to change the fireplace. Ooh, just got an idea. 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 What if we make it out of... Like, what if it fades from this darker brick up into this bricky brick stuff? Just want to give it a try. So don't yell at me yet. Don't go that this is a terrible, horrible idea. You should go rot in a cookie jar, Ducon. Don't give me that just yet. Let me see how this might look. I'm going to mix this up just a little bit more. Something like that, and maybe put one of those right there. Okay. Horrible. Ruined. Terrible. Yeah, well, honestly, actually, I've done this before, and it doesn't look terrible. Where is it? I need the buckets. The buckets! There we go, that's what I need, the buckets. It looks too weird being so spread apart like that. Comment on how laid back the server is. Like, is it very strict in permissions and ranks to the point where I could just stop by to build something special, or are they about trials and ranks? Garbage. They are about the whole ranking system, but it's not like the way I've seen it and the way I have viewed it. It's hard to explain. I don't know. Oh, we could do this. Oh, another thing we could do. Oh, yes. Yes. We could do this. We could do this, guys. Watch. Watch and learn. Watch and learn. I'm not even sure if that looks any good. I feel like that would have to go all the way up to there. At that point, it just looks really awkward, though. I'm just going to bring it down to there, I think. I know, I suppose we could go down a little bit further. Go down to that. Okay, I'm still not fully liking the top of the chimney. It's looking a little bit donkey, so we need to put something up here that represents the crest of a chimney, and what will do that? Has your internet connection been or still fluctuating? It is, but I had to really lower my bit rate, and it seems like right now things are going pretty good. But I've had my bitrate like this on my last stream as well, and it was really fluctuating. So it's always up and down. I just don't know when it's going to do it and all that good stuff. I don't like it. I don't like it. Ooh, we could do this actually. This would actually work, I think. Something like that. It's not too bad. I have seen worse. Believe me, guys, I have seen worse on a build, so I would say that that is not unacceptable. Cute Wolf, thank you for that follow. Welcome to the stream. In my defense skills, swag out. Everyone uses rank. I mean, it seems like Darwin is a really good place to build their Uminum. So if the time comes, if we do choose Darwin, or if Darwin, you know, wants the project and all that stuff, you know, if that turns out to be the case, then, you know, even if, you know, see, I'm going to be, it's not going to be just like, you know, I will be a major voice in the project. So honestly, if I say, you know, I trust this guy, I know he's a great builder, you know, you're gonna get the rank. You know, that's just a silly thing to worry about. Like, if you're a good builder and you're known as a really good builder, it's obviously not going to be an issue to get the permissions you need in order to build. So, you know, just keep that in mind. It's just kind of a silly thing. But I am certain that it will be just fine, my friend. Just fine. Typical Dugan, always taking over. I'm just saying, I'll be kind of a head project manager in sorts. You know, people trust my word when it comes to knowing who is a very trustworthy builder. And, you know, I don't just say anyone is a really good builder in the style that we're going for. And obviously, Uminum is pretty much known throughout the Conquest community as a really good builder, so it's just kind of, it'll be easy. One love from Italy. Oh, well, welcome, Cute Wolf. I appreciate that. Easy. Females only one first. Okay. Don't say love from Italy, it's dead. Duca on the head honcho. What does that mean? Oh, I see sleeping up the ladder, Duca. I see. Yeah. Not exactly. I'm new to the stream. Well, welcome. Oh, wait. No, you're not. Alrighty. So, what we need to do is finish. Let's try to finish down here, actually. What we still need to do is bring the foundation up a little bit stronger, a little bit more fashioned like, you know, just a little less. That's not gonna work. Let's try this. That and that. That there, that there. I suppose we can transition over to these blocks. I don't really know if there really needs to be anything else there. It's probably not all that necessary. One thing I'm not a huge fan of right now is how this all turned out here. I do like the border, but I feel like it needs a little bit more. Just a warrior. Just have been to a lot of servers with very strict rank systems, especially more pro ones. Yeah, I know, man. Honestly, I am not interested in getting ranks on a server ever again. That is not going to be me ever again. That was the old days, back when I was a young Dukan, but I no longer am interested in ranks. That does doesn't affect me. We'll say, just say that. We'll just say it doesn't really do anything for me. But ranks definitely are a great thing for a lot of people. So that's cool. Cool. Go for it. Okay, I like the chimney. I like the gambrel. Let's see here. I do want to add in a little bit more variation here. As right now we are a little bit... that's okay. That's fine. Put you there. I'm going to go ahead and put... I suppose we'll put that right there. Lift it up just a tad bit so there doesn't... no water collects there. Does anyone know about castle design? Help you make builder builds? But yeah, for those of you that are wondering, well, obviously, I don't even know what the Hasgo says, but Umanum is a absolutely incredible builder. Someone I very much look up to in terms of, he is one of the most, he puts the most research into a build. Well, he's one of them that puts the most research into a build because, you know, just, it's hard to explain. Like, see, I don't even put any research into a build, really. Like, well, before I started streaming today, I kind of was, like, looking up videos on how Chandlers worked and things of that sort. But I didn't really, you know, I don't put a lot of realistic, what do you call it? I don't really put a lot of realism into my builds. I just kind of build. Call it a fault of mine. I don't know. But it's just, I don't like going into the whole research development of a build. I just want to build. I don't really want to spend the extra time looking at how specific things were done. It just takes too much time for me. But he's incredible. Incredible builder. Breaking everything to do with the fatherland. Europe. Typical American. Alright, what am I doing? Why is shark just why? When will you be remaining? When will you be fill the remaining of the border? When will I fill the remaining of the border? Are you talking about this bottom border here? I can do that right now, if this is what you're talking about. Talking about furries? What? What are we doing, guys? What is this chat? What is our channel becoming? Oh, gosh. All right. I'm going to put a flower pot up here. Also, I'm going to make this window open. I'm going to go this and that. So the window is open, and I'm going to have the shutter open as well. There we go. And then there's going to be... Ooh, no, we can't do that, actually. Grrr. I want to put flowers out here. The flat border. Oh, when am I going to fill those in? That'll be coming up sometime during this episode. Don't know when, though. So, whenever that happens. So, if you are really legitimately interested in seeing us fill in the plot borders, stick around. When is it appropriate to, whenever you feel like it. Like, if you feel like there's someone that needs to be banned, just go ahead and ban them. You know, it doesn't have to be for anything. I'm kidding, man. Do not ban. No, but, yeah, anyways. I was born in Europe, but I have been living in the USA for years. Okay, so we need to figure out how to support this. Like, I want to make a diagonal thingy here. I don't know. Don't know. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? I don't know. Let's do that, that, and that. I do want there to be flowers on the edge of this, though. But how are we going to do that? to be plants. Plants out here. Are we having anything controversial in chat right now? I am looking over in chat and I'm seeing some pretty intense wording going on. Am I to find someone to ban? Just kidding. I wouldn't ban nobody. I've banned plenty of people in the past. Discord changed me, man. Dark, dark place. Hanging flower things. I suppose, but we still can't do hanging flower things. See, what I would like to do is let's just put a flower right there. Doesn't that look good? I like that. I don't know, but somehow it will involve buttons. I think about moving back to... I don't know, guys. Yeah, there's really no way we're going to be able to put flowers there without really compromising the overall thingy there. So let's just move on from that. I do want to add in wooden boards. These right here. Ooh, I forgot about these things. I forget about a lot of things. Nope, don't look good. But yeah, we could do this at the bottom of these or at the base of these here. Man, I forgot trapdoors closed. Like, I seriously forgot that some trapdoors had the capability of being closed like that. You will include in the little 5-person castle. Yeah, let's see. Probably Chandler. We'll probably do blacksmith. Maybe barracks. No, I'm just kidding. Pink guy, by the way. No capture. All right, I need to reset the replay. Let me make sure that worked. How long was that? Hour and 29. So we're still doing good. Once I finish this Chandler, guys, then I'm going to be ending the stream here. And getting back to editing my episode of Lumiere. 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 I'm going to go back over here. Or actually, no. Again, we're doing different architectural styles, so we don't really need to follow that as it is on the front. But we could do this. All right, let's just do that. Let's just do it, guys. Let's just, dang it, don't have the block I want. Why do I never have the blocks I want? Can anyone answer me why I never have the blocks I want? Like, why? Why? Wow. Wow. Okay. Days no end. This guy's been almost every stream, but no one remembers. It's that one guy that's been in almost every stream, but no one remembers. Well, you've never speak in chat, so welcome to the stream. Days no end. Great to see you. A candlemaker's house was very dark and smoky because of the fire. Does it look like we're going realistic here there, VipFap? This chat come to. That would be an experience. Okay. You don't mention that again, please. Stop. Can we start talking about something else? Did I say that word again? 2 words? Okay. Okay, let's remember. What was I doing? What was I doing, guys? I'm totally lost in awkwardness right now. I'm trying to recover my mind. It's been broken. My poor brain. Man, the things that you guys are doing to my brain is just crazy. Like, I feel like I've lost brain cells in this stream. Like, I almost can feel it. Like, I feel my head, like, having this, like, it's like this weird, like, squishy feeling. It's really, really odd. I can't really explain it, but I really think I've lost some brain cells. Let's see. But seriously, can I ask a question? Like I said, and save space. Or Ducon, use a window trapdoor like I said and save space. Oh, you can use trapdoor. You don't have trapdoors for this. You don't have trapdoors for this window. I'm sorry for missing your message there earlier, man. I really am sorry. I know how frustrating that can be because I know I speak in chat sometimes and I streamers miss my messages and it really is bothersome. So I sincerely apologize. You have for the brown window. I guess that's true. This one down here. You're saying this window right there has a trap door. So let's see here. Let's put you right like so. And then that way we have a window that is open. Just like that. All right. So now we got space to do something. Hey there, Wolfiel. Yeah, great to see you. Welcome. Really want to talk about food. Fish. Okay. See, this is where it's really difficult for me to keep up with chat when there's so many weird, different conversations going on. I cannot keep up with it. I do my best, though. I really do try. But it does seem a little bit impossible when we start getting into things like what's going on right now. May I ask, do you decorate the interiors of the houses when you're done? Yes, I do decorate everything, Cute Wolf. Everything will be... So you're saying that the shutter should be over there then? A shutter on the same side of the window opens normally. May I ask you something? Do you know that's nice? Just asking how you make diagonal. I forgot how to spell, but how do you, I mean, kind of how? Yeah, well, I'll be showing you guys my way of doing interiors. I don't make full-on diagonal interiors. It's just not worth it to me. So I just legitimately just use the space that I have for a normal interior, and then that's what I do. All right, so what I want to do here is maybe place that there and that there. And then on top of one of these, we'll go ahead and place some kind of block that resembles a pot. Oh, wait. Do we have a block that's like dirt surrounded dirt? Like a wood block that's... Oh, I know what we could use. Or maybe not. Not one of those. Where is it? Unfortunately, it seems like we're just going to have to use a sack of weed. Just what you guys want to hear, right? Honestly, a sack of weed is not what we want. So I'll be getting back to chat here soon, guys. Just want to sort out my ideas here. That's probably not going to work either, but at least we'll be able to put something on top of it that looks relatively all right. So we want flowers up here. Usually heather is a good one. Lilacs might be a little bit... Nah, it's not going to work. Okay, this is going to be a weird one because... Yeah, this is going to be hard. Don't like that. I can just help with the setting up, encoding, etc. Okay, I think the network solution that encapsulates both the lore of your project, a server for your free build, etc. isn't an offer but me, but just a consult to help you plan out the road plan. Oh, yeah. Both the lore of your project, a server for your free build, and etc. So you're talking about doing a, like an objective kind of thing. We have an objective list, but... like as far as logistics is concerned, I do kind of want to leave that to somebody else that is a little bit more knowledgeable in the area. I don't like how this is offset there. Every plant I'm placing is offset. Grrr. Like everything I place is offset. Infinite Phantom. But yeah, if you can go ahead and send me a PM on Discord, I'll get back to you after the stream there, Sad Soul, and I'll try to, we can talk about it a little bit more. And, I mean, obviously we're really far off right now, so maybe it's not even worth really talking about it right now. But I suppose it would be a good idea to just kind of get started on it. Okay, so I just kind of want to do a little vine hanging down here. Whoopsie. I just have to use the diamond pickaxe for when I do replace tool. It's just a thing I have in me. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Here we go. Can we get a rainbow chat by having everyone names in a row like? Let's see here. We want green bracken. Put that on top, and it kind of covers everything. Okay, that kind of works. I mean, I'm not adverse to that. Can't keep up with chat. Infinite Phantom, how you doing? Welcome. Is Lumiere on Conquest server yet? Or are you waiting for 100% to put it on? Yeah, I'm gonna wait for till it's 100% done, and then if there's a server that would like to host it, and I can send people to, then I'll put it on a server. Have a dead body hanging from the roof. That is a great idea. Like right here. We can go ahead and... That's a really great idea. Like, it would really add to the overall, you know, the serene kind of nature of the build. You know, just really neat. Like, I just feel like as you look at this beautiful, like, really peaceful build, like, when you see that dead body, it just really... It just adds to the atmosphere. It really gives us that proper Lumiere, very peaceful kind of feel. I love it. I love it. That's fantastic. We're going to keep that there. That's fantastic. What a great idea there, fruitcake. Great idea. It's fab, man. It's totally rad, man. It's rad. That's what it is. Okay, so down here at the bottom, I want to use some kind of block to foundation the thing. I don't think that's going to cause a problem. Or will it? House of Wax. Yes, we are working on a... If someone asked what we're working on. Okay, I'm planning on building the Luxembourg Palace and Gardens with the Conquest Reforged. Oh, man, that sounds great. Honestly, I don't even know. I don't remember what the Luxembourg Palace is, but it has palace in it, so I imagine it's going to be pretty darn awesome. Castles show that they should not be messed with. I'm building Luxembourg Palace and Gardens. Yeah, let me actually look that up, Luxembourg. Luxembourg Palace. Ooh, that looks sexy. Are you going to be doing the interior of it too? Don't forget hanging plaza exists. Oh, man. All right, so that's just something we'll add right there. Purple is a little too much. I think the yellow one will be a little bit more appropriate. Yeah, that works. I like that. Clipped by lava. Duke adding dead bodies now. That's great. Oh, man. That is awesome. People adding clips. I see light. I know, right? Oh, it's fantastic to finally be out from underground. I have been looking forward to this day for a long time. And I know a lot of you have been looking forward to this day for a long time, too. But yeah, we are finally out from under the earth. Okay, I want a balustrade, but I want one that's a little bit more ornate. Maybe that'll work. I'm not totally adverse to that, but let's try that first. I kind of like that a little bit better. I do like that. Yeah, that's good. That's too good. Needs more jars. Needs more jars. That's what we need. Oh, another thing we need is railings. See, again, I want railings. Oh, yes, I totally forgot this technique. This works. Perfect. And then we can put like a little chair next to it. I can imagine that this is probably be a nice little place for somebody to sit. Before we do that, actually, I want to texture the flooring material here. Give us a little bit more variation in material. Maybe even add in... I don't know. It's not necessary to add in any gravel, maybe. I don't know. Probably not. What other natural materials are there? I don't know if gravel really makes sense for up on a porch. Yeah, we'll just do that. And then put the chair right there. And then we can have a little book, I suppose, that he's writing. It's just a really neat spot. Like, just Oh, that's a beautiful view, overlooking the gardens and everything. I feel like I'm now a level above the normal chat for starting up that joke. Oh, goodness. But yeah, I do like this. I like the idea of, and like once we finish that whole, you know, filling that up with trees and bushes and things will look pretty nice. We still need to finish up over here. So that needs to come up there. We're actually going to make this wood. Or no, let's actually make this, let's make this wood. Let's make this stone. Let's make this wood. No, let's make this stone. We're making stone. It doesn't need to go too tall. Just something like that. And then it will just kind of fade right down to there. Beautiful. Ooh, this is going to be a problem. This is going to be a problem. Alright, I'm kind of curious how this is going to work out, to be honest. Hopefully it does work. That would be nice. I like things when they work. It is always a nice thing to have, working things. And then it kind of... That doesn't look too bad. If we border it correctly along the edge, I think we'll be okay. Another thing we're going to need, of course, is this like so. To set that up a little bit better. It's nice. Ducon has a hard time deciding. Do homework or watch Ducon? I would say watch Ducon. All right, see you, Ducon. I have got rolling day. I got to get rolling on my day. All right, Uminum. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time. Is that the chandelier? Yes, this is the chandelier that we're working on right now. This is where all the chandling would happen. I mean, if you didn't know what a chandelier is, it's where they chandle. It's a really cool profession where, you know, they really do all that cool stuff and things. So, yeah, if you never knew what chandling was, guys, or chandling, whatever it's called. Yeah, it's that cool chandling. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I feel like, yeah, I literally have lost brain cells on this stream, guys. What is going on? Why is that not working? There we go. Does everybody enjoy wood carving? Yes, I do. If I could wood carve, I definitely would have an interest in learning. But, you know, when people think, oh, you work at a wood shop, yeah, that means you must be really good at carving wood. No, that's not the case. Believe it or not, guys, I do not know how to make all the crazy stuff that some wood carving professions are able to do. It's pretty crazy what some people can do. Yeah, but no, I am simply a molder. I drive a forklift. I move lumber around, unload trucks. I'm a machine operator, so I make moldings. But I don't use all the little machines in order to make some really awesome thing. Never got into wood carving myself, unfortunately, but honestly, how could not admire the results? Works at a heartwarming shop. Brothers all. Little Violet just sneezed and started at the same time. Sharded? Oh, sharded. That does not sound very good. Got the whole room laughing. Oh, goodness. I never got the wood carving myself. Works at the heartwarming shop. Can I have your job? Have your job? No, I kind of like my job. But no, I wouldn't get. I like my job. Yeah, goodness. things. All right, so what else can we put here? I would suppose we can throw in a few more miscellaneous things. I want to try to break it up a little bit. Doing stuff like that is good. Maybe we could do something like that there and there to give the roof a little bit more going on. There we go. Feeds down a little bit better. Put you there and there. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. I hate my job. Hate your job. No, you don't. Man, I would, you get to be outside a lot, right? You can tell Ducon's in the light. He's broke 100 viewers. Have we really? Wow. Crazy. Yeah, it seems like people really enjoy the above ground stuff. But that won't stop me from going back underground one of these days because it has to be done. We gotta do what we gotta do, you know? Alright, I need that dark sandstone. I think it's that. Yeah, this is the dark sandstone. And just throw a little bit in there, just like so, to build it up and give us a little bit of... There we go. Give us a little bit of a foundation. Does the chandelier have a horse? I wasn't really planning on it. It's not a bad idea, though. I mean, do we want the chandelier to have the a horse, guys? We were around 200 till people started talking that stuff. We were? Really? Goodness. Pretty crazy. She loves to watch these streams. All the bright colors and sounds of people talking keep her calm and helps her sleep. When I'm watching her and giving Kim a break, I'll play your streams for her. Oh, that's awesome, man. That really is. I don't really know how to answer that, man, but that really does warm the heart right there. That's awesome. That really hits me in where it hits me in the feels. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. Sometimes I have a very difficult time trying to express how I'm feeling into words or how I'm thinking into words. Very difficult for me for some reason. I consider it kind of like a speech impediment. I don't know. It's just something weird I've always had. Even if you made an island in the sky where you mostly made underground with some parts of flooded with water, I would still watch it. That's actually a good idea. I had a cellar under the building. I will be doing a cellar, yes. Anyone else not have job satisfaction? My son is also live stream, man. Oh, that's awesome, man. See, it's just crazy to hear this. You know, a lot of fathers are watching this, and they're watching it with their kids, like what you guys were just saying. Will feel very sad. I had someone last stream, Joel, I think it was his first name, or not first name, but his part of his name. And it just really is really neat to see that progression, and people being, you know, actually legit interested. It really is quite cool. All right, what I need to do is that, and I need to put a stair block right there. Actually, I need to do this. This is a problem. All right, and then that has to come up to there. See, this is an issue. I think what I'm going to do is just bring that down here. I just don't see any other way of doing this without, like, literally ruining the side of the building. So if we just bring that down, we'll fix it on the inside. However it needs to be fixed, I think we'll be all right. Archelius. It sounds familiar. Is he Minecraft? Have owls, no horse. Because of stream. My son also lives streams. I need to drink some water. Ah, man. He'd like to serve the castle chapel and all the regions, places, and towns. Yeah. Chandelier's a very rich individual. You know, if we do a horse, if we do a horse, if we put a horse in this building somewhere, It wouldn't make sense to have a horse. Never mind. There's like, he would need a pasture. So say if this guy did have a horse, he would have a barn like back here. And then the horse would have his own little pasture somewhere. But it just wouldn't make sense to have it right up on the house. That's just how I kind of view this. I just don't see it working. So yeah, we're not gonna do that. You know, my 5-year-old daughter, I love content, but don't stop. Oh, thank you, Timothea. That's awesome, man. In the back is a good place for cellar entrance or a single stable. Okay, so this right here will be our cellar entrance. It just kind of makes sense. And then up above is going to be the storage room for the actual Chandler structure thing. This will be the way he gets into his house. So this is all working out, I think. I don't know if there needs to be a full cellar, though. Yeah, maybe we could. It's not, there's no reason not to, I guess. So we come in here. Go ahead and throw all that around. Do that. There we go. Hey, Meso, how you doing? Welcome. I think instead of that big spike in the center of the roof, you should put a small cupola. You could still have the weather vane on top. See, I don't know about a cupola. Honestly, actually, that's a good idea. But we will definitely encounter some issues. But it's worth a try. Cupola definitely is a neat idea, so I'm going to remove all of that, and we're going to come back up here. What we're going to need is to first use some solid wood blocks. Got some chocolate. Did you make that chocolate there, Meso? Or did you buy the chocolate? Meso is a professional confectioner. Hell no. What is this video game called? It's funny. Am I missing anything? Work with chocolate is naughty. Working with chocolate is naughty. Okay. Alright. I see where this is going, Mesa. I see where it's going. Let's stop it there. Alright. So, I want to add... What do I want to add? How do I add what I want to add? How do I do this? Alright. Let's just do that again. I want to make this a little bit less... Alrighty, what do I do? Gosh, I guess we could do this, actually. Could take these and do this. Like so. And then we can take, I don't know, like a block with a hole through it, maybe. Like that block right there. Kind of works. And then we can put that there. We can put... then we can put that random thing on top. This thing. I feel like it needs to be taller. Should it be taller, guys? Like, should this window part be up here instead? I think that should be the case. That should actually be up there. Maybe that should be the whole way up like that. And we should do that. Oh, I know what the issue is. This will definitely help too. But we got to remove these. And we got to put something on the inside. Do capes from pastry. Okay. Get stuff from his computer. Full belly, work with his food. Just know but injuries do occur in woodwork. Trigger warning. Not going to check that out, con man. Should have an owl. You can. Yeah, you've been. Haven't you been suggesting doing an owl this whole time? Not sure. Not so sure about the owl idea. I don't know about that. All right, so maybe we could do this. Ah, yes. And then we can put this going around like so. And then we can put that on top. And then on top of that, we can do this and that. And then we can do the weather vane. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Weather vane. And then we need to do the iron lattice. Or the lattice. There we go. All right. And once I place this, I will look back at chat. So is that what you wanted? Or what you guys wanted? Maybe it should go even one higher than that. Yeah, it needs to go one higher. Unfortunately. So I'm going to do from there up to here, position 2, and we're going to move 1. Alrighty, take that out. Anyone find my image helpful? I was expecting half a hand ripped up. All right, we're getting some drop frames again, guys. Getting some major internet lag, so apologize for that. A church spire kind of roof. I kind of like what we're doing here. It just needs development. That's all it needs. It needs some development. So another thing we could do to bring this up a little bit more is, I suppose we could use these blocks. So something like this all the way around to border it. And then it needs to transfer into trapdoor looking things. So let's go to trapdoors. Oh, I know what to use up here. It's those things down here. This might be what we're looking for. And of course, we don't want hanging cloaks up there. That is definitely not what we're going for. Then there does need to be something else on the top here. I'm just going to say buttons. Just a few buttons up there, and then maybe... No, we don't have what I need. Never mind. I go to church on Sunday and clean the house on Saturday. Very sad soul. So it doesn't feel quite right. I do like that, though. Wait, no, I do not. Why am I not liking this? I think it's because I can see the whole way through it, maybe? It doesn't seem very solid. Maybe it's railings that we need instead. Maybe it's these that would make it look better. Whoops. Oh, come on. That looks better, I would say. The foundation of it still needs a little bit more. Buttons everywhere! Maybe do the round-shaped window. Oh, yeah, like we did up on the chapel. That's a good idea. Where is the round-shaped window? There it is right there. There we go. Now, if I put two on top of each other, it doesn't do anything, so I think that's all right. Yeah, I would say that is a cupola looking thing right there. It's just that block right there needs a little bit more to it. So I'm going to say probably using this block right here is sufficient for what we need to do. So I'm just going to place those around like so. Hopefully not destroy any more of my build in the process. There we go. Yep, I like it. It's definitely looking like a very rich building. No, skylights everywhere. But yeah, I do like that. We got the little bit of a skylight up there now. Adds in just a little hint of brightness. So it does look, it looks good, I would say. Oh, my cat looks so cute laying next to me right now. It's hilarious. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do this now. Because that is... Actually, no, we're going to bring this down 1 block right to here. And then this is going to come down right here. Just like that. I want a cat too. Yeah, our cat Scooter, he is just, he's such a cute cat. Really, really, really ornery. I think he's a really bratty cat, but he's awesome. He is an awesome, awesome little kitty. All right, that's not too bad. Can my CPU be actually too cool to work properly? Oh, yeah, definitely. Maybe try that round window shape on one of the full blocks. Have you thought of a church for the locals instead of just for the castle, or do they go into the chapel? We can just kind of pretend is not on the plot. Like maybe it's off the plot somewhere. Let's just pretend that. It just will make it easier for me. No, but seriously, I don't have any really religious structures on the plot, so we're just gonna have to make do. See, the thing is, if we cram everything into the plot, which we're already kind of doing, it's just going to end up looking like a massive mess, which it already kind of looks like anyways, but let's try to avoid the mess as much as we can, if at all possible. You know what, I'm going to do this instead. I'm going to put the window here. Why did I lose my window? There we go. And we can't put what I want there, unfortunately. Let's do wooden platform. And then we can put like what would make sense to put there, guys? Maybe a flower pot or two. Does that make sense? I don't suppose we're gonna be able to put a flower pot on top of those. Oh, we can. Sweet, 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 sweet. We just gotta find some kind of flower that will fit there. That is not what I wanted. Dang it, I gotta find a flower pot again. And we want a flower. I'm usually for the yellow flowers, so. Are you serious? I gotta get the right flower pot. There we go. And then on the other one, we can put some kind of detail. What kind of detail would go on top of the other one? Church might go up over the top now. Not sure. Oh, we could put a clothes hanger there. That would kind of fit, as long as it connects to the window, I think. Where is it? There's a close. It doesn't have any clothes on it though, so that's not really going to work there. Use the other pot. Some wayside chapel would make it, though not yet done inside of the castle. We can look around. I do have some extra space on the edges of the plot that I could utilize for a chapel if we absolutely wanted a chapel. How about I just... that doesn't make any sense to have a bucket up there. Let's just put another pot. Because why not? Why not another pot? You know, it's what we do. We're potty people. And this one will be white. There we go. Some flowers. Cool. Darn, dang, damn, Dukan, always looking for pot. You funny guy. All right, the front is looking sufficient. We can maybe add in a few extra details here to give us a little bit more Shazam. I am liking this house. We're gonna have to make a hole there. Beautiful. That's going to be the chimney right there. Need some vines and clematis. How many creeks are in Lumiere? There's one main creek right here. And then everything else is just streams and little, like, just when it rains, the little waterways. But there's only this creek right there. Oh man, guys, I'm just so happy we're finally getting to the above ground stuff. Like, just check that out. Isn't that working? Like, I just love how that's positioned. Like, now when you're walking up towards the tree, you're gonna see that. It's gonna make you want to go over there. Not only is it, you know, it's kind of strategically placed because it blocks the line of view as you're walking down the road here. And as you walk past, the trees from that's going to block your line of view. This house and whatever detail is going to be here is going to block the line of view over that way. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do about this direction. But we do have some extra plot space back here, so maybe we could do some trees. Does it ever rain? No, I turned that off. Okay, so what else can we do, guys? I finished this. I haven't fully finished that side. I still got to finish this side over here, I suppose. Also, I want to add in, like, some kind of window here. I wonder if something like that will work. It's not too bad. What do you guys think about... Oh, that's not going to work then. What do you guys think about windows like this? Little diagonal windows so that they can see out. I think that works. Refill with water. Is there lore behind the tree, like if it was traded to them because the environment looks like it's not natural? No, there's no lore to the tree. I just thought it was a really neat thing to have here. Haven't fully decided on if there's going to be any lore behind that or not. So anyways, the path is here. This is going to come down to there. This under here is going... Well, I guess... I don't know, how far do we want this brothel to go? Or, brothel. Yeah, I got brothel in my head. Goodness gracious, guys. I literally have lost all my brain cells by now. Let me just do this. I had a pit full of bodies. Man, what is going on? What is going on today? I think what we're going to do, guys, is finish the exterior of the chandelier here. Chandler. And then I'm going to be moving on to ending the stream. to editing this episode of Lumiere. It is something that I need to do. Not sure. I might actually do that before we end the stream today. So we'll see what happens. We might be able to find some time for a little extra environment work. Cave, cave, cave. Let's do some shutters. I wonder if white's going to work. Yeah, we'll have one closed and the other one open. Let's just do that. Doesn't have to be anything too special. Go to the party cave. Okay, I will show the party cave. Fine, fine, fine. Goodness gracious, you guys are possible. Are you happy now? The party cave. Wait. Oh, there it is right there. Okay, so yeah, this is the party cave. The very special party cave. Alright, we had our party. Now we're going to go back to building. Hey, hi Admiral of Scotland. How you doing, man? Great to see ya. Oh yeah, we got to do... Daggone it. Dadgummit. I forgot to do a chimney. Where am I gonna do it? The Chandler needs a place to cook the tallow or the other things. Maybe we could do it right here, but it's right by the window. I don't want to do that. What did you say there, Days? No. The window with no glass would cause sickness during winter. That sometimes I like to think about is all seasons. No, it's an open window. Days know it. Like it can be closed. It's just portrayed as it's being open, or as it is open. The Party Lord's Castle. I will show things once I am more. Once I'm done. Let me build things first before I show things. You know, that's kind of how we like to do things here. Okay, I am really kind of confused right now. How am I going to do this furnace? Should it all happen over on this furnace, guys? Like, should they cook the wax in this chimney? I feel like that would make sense. So that way, like, you know, he cooks it over here and then he brings it through over to the workshop. I mean, I feel like that would make more sense instead of having two chimneys in such a small building. I just think that would be all right doing the one chimney thing. Okay, one chimney is good. All right, so that means we are going to begin figuring out how we're going to do this chimney. All right, so one thing we need to do, I suppose what we should do first is, it doesn't really matter what we do here, so I'm just going to fill it with wood. I'm going to say underneath is like, yeah, it's just like that. It's just like, maybe actually ooh, I just came up with an idea. Idea. So you know how houses sometimes have floorboards, and then underneath the floor there's like a secret room. Like it's usually portrayed in movies that, you know, they're trying to hide someone, or like, you know, they're just like, quick, get under the table or get under the floor, and so that's what they do. So I'm thinking that would be an interesting dynamic. It's like maybe you make a secret trap door to get down, and then there could be like a secret room underneath the chandelier. Bye, Rusty. Yeah, who is going? I have to go. See you guys next one. All right, Coco. See you next time. Thanks for stopping by, man. I'm so confused too. I'm so confused. All right, so this is going to be where the fireplace is. I'm not even going to worry about making it diagonal. Not worth my time. Not worth the effort. And then it goes up through there and out. Okay. So that is kind of what we need to do. So I need to take that. No, I need to take... What did I need to do? That. No. That. And then do... It's going to do something. There's that. Yes. Okay, there we go. We'll put the fire there. I need to make sure something's on. Game rule. Do fire... Or let's do... Game rule. Do fire tick false. All right. Just want to make sure. Actually, we're not even going to use fire here. We'll use this campfire. Yeah, we'll use that. That'll be much better. But where is the cellar? The cellar is going to be underneath. You'll see. I have a plan for that too. Alrighty. So then in here, let's go ahead and take this bad boy. Do that. You there. Let's find our campfire. I would like to put some kind of pot over this, but... Or maybe we could, actually. It would be nice if that connected. Unfortunately, it doesn't. I thought you were considering a hypo custom floor heating. That would be nice, wouldn't it? What else? You should make the room and torture room make him live a double life. That's not exactly a terrible idea, actually. Not that any of your ideas are ever terrible. I'm just saying, not a bad idea. Let's do this. And then it transitions to stone there. You know, didn't I say I wasn't going to do interior detailing? Too bad. I'm going to do interior. A little bit of interior, at least. I do want to make a mantle on this thing. Not that kind of mantle, though. Well, there really isn't any way for me to do a mantle on this thing, to be honest. Because the floor for the second level is going to be right there. I can't really think of any way of doing a mantle on this fireplace. I just replaced all the water in the house with gin crack. Maybe replace the chimney block with corner? What about these blocks? What can I do with these? Alright, so that's an outside. That's an exterior block. Maybe we could use the dirty sandstone instead. Where even is it? Ah, there we go. Beautiful. Put that there, and then put those up like that. It's not terrible, I don't think. One thing we could do to give this even a little bit more room is that like that, and then you can go like, oh my gosh. Let's just do that. And then put you there and there. And voila. Sweet. The wooden skeleton. Okay, we can do that. What was that called again? Clothes hanger. You know, we got a towel hanger too. Maybe we can use that somehow. It doesn't look too bad. And then in front of that, we can use the iron railings. So just something like that. Usually something just to keep back the flames and things. And then maybe in the middle, we could do something like that, I suppose. And it kind of makes sense to have something in front here. So maybe we could switch that material to something more decent looking. I'm trying to search through my items. We do have this. That's pretty decent looking. It looks like a very clean kind of style of flooring, so I kind of like that. That doesn't look too bad. And then it kind of transitions into wood. I'd say that's pretty good. I figured out iron lanterns can make good bird cage. Yeah, that's a really good idea. What else can we do here, guys? I feel like there should be like a fire poker, like fire pokers. That's like a typical thing next to have next to a fireplace, so I guess that can be considered like the fire pokers, the thing that you can kind of like, you know, it's kind of like tongs and you like grab the wood and move it. And Viga Man, how you doing? Welcome. Yes, and we are finally out of the cave, surprisingly. We're just doing a fireplace right now in the Chandler. This is where he would cook his wax. This is where he would cook the wax for the candles and things, so I'm just gonna place a little thing of wax right there. Carolina Jenska, thank you for that following. Welcome to the Red Clan. Great to have you. Having a little bit of difference in color in the flooring would be nice, I suppose. As long as it's the same grain. Yeah, as long as it's just like that. Like maybe just certain areas. Because usually, like, I wouldn't just spot it everywhere. Like, it's maybe they just use different boards in certain sections. Makes kind of sense. Because usually when you think of wood boards, they're long and such. So it would make sense for them to be like that. But if you just kind of spotted them everywhere, it just wouldn't make as much sense. You have animals here, only farms. Maybe an iron block trapdoor in the middle. There is actually a meat farm planned. A pig farm is going to be over here. There's pigs right there. I don't have any cattle pastures or anything. Will be off the plot. But then there's also a butcher over here for chickens. I'll have chicken coops. I'll have more chicken coops across the plot. Mainly in the farm areas. Like this over here. See, that's Chandler. This farm over here, we could have a chicken coop here. Also, this farm over here could have a chicken coop. But yeah, there will definitely be some like more chicken coops and things in the farm areas. Run, Pigland. Poor Pigland. Poor Kevin. Okay. And again, trapdoors would be nice. When it's so late, everything in the world. Maybe an iron block trapdoor in the middle. We think alike when it comes to wooden floors. Maybe they have replaced some board as the older ones will be darker. Pig farm, the new ones would darker in time. You got a good king to let your people get eaten. Alrighty, so in this area, I suppose we could also make this into wood. It wouldn't make sense to have this as a dirt floor in here, I don't think. And then underneath this building could be the cellars. So like under this can be like the secret room. And then under this one over there could be the actual cellars where he would store the extra wax and things. So we can just pop through the wall there and be good to go, right? Okay. I will sacrifice myself for the bacon. What a good cause to sacrifice yourself for there, Piglin. Alright, Days No, have a great night. Thanks for stopping by, man. I hope we'll see you next time. Alright, am I missing anything? I don't think so. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like that. I wish this texture, though, I don't like how they have that separation there. I feel like it would have made more sense if that separation would have been going along with the grain of the board instead of separating it lengthwise. So, like, I just kind of imagine this, like, those are just kind of lattices over the boards or something. I don't know. I just don't know how else to represent long ways boards. So we just doing this building today? Yes, we are just doing this. Yeah, well, the Sunderlands, where Lumiere is built, is the breadbasket of the Empire. So if you guys are familiar with Game of Thrones, if you know like the kingdom of where Highgarden is, I forget what that kingdom is called. Remind me, not the Vale, the Reach. Was it the Reach? No, that's Skyrim. What was the breadbasket in Game of Thrones? Just think of that, like a really fertile region of the Empire. The Reach. It was the Reach. Oh, okay. It's a really fertile portion of the Empire, and they grow a lot of their food here. So that's kind of the whole idea. Wouldn't it make more sense to have one floor in the first floor, as the humidity would cause a lot of mold? It's actually kind of raised up. We got a space underneath, as you can see, and then we're gonna have another space underneath here as well. So it's all like this is gonna be a secret room here, but it is lifted up off the ground. It is level. So that is kind of a downfall for this area. But I did make sure that this one over here was raised up 1 block, as you can see right there. But in terms of this floor, it's not raised up 1 block, which is a mistake. But, you know, oh well. Let's just do that. I'm trying to think of what door I want to use for this thing. How do I want to do these doors? What do I want to do? What do I want to do? What do I want to do? I suppose a massive door like that wouldn't exactly make sense. I don't know. We might be able to fit this in if we do it right. Alright, that's annoying. How do we do this? That won't make sense, will it? Looks weird. Huh. Also, that needs to be stone there. There we go. Maybe what we could do is lower the ground there. That's a possibility. Wouldn't it be more like the Italian lands? Yeah, like, I guess, Italy. Italy's a breadbasket. Hey, if you could you send the resource pack? I could see what it do to fix the texture issue. I enjoy making resource packs. Well, it all goes to Monsterfish, the texture pack creator. If you're talking about fixing, like, the mod texture issues or anything, Monsterfish is in charge of all that. It's a rather officialized process to change textures in the mod. Alright, I still think that fireplace could definitely see some improvements over here, so I think we're going to get back to that eventually, not today. But I think the structure overall is complete. Let's just do a little bit more out here. Once we finish the backside here, I think I'm going to call it a day. I do want to get to editing my Lumiere episode. That is definitely something that needs to be done. Otherwise, it's going to be literally killing me for the longest time, knowing that I gotta sometime get to that and edit the video. It will drive me nuts. But we're not leaving just yet, so don't worry. Does a Lord of Lumiere have a lordly title, Duke, Count, Baron, Earl, etc.? And how roughly powerful of a lord is he within the Empire? He is I suppose, a duke under the king, under the emperor. So he's very rich. But if you guys remember my Crine project, Crine is the overseeing castle or the overseeing capital of this kingdom that or this province that Lumiere is in. And then the Empire is the overseeing entity that keeps everything in check. Does the Lord of Lumiere have a lordly title? Yes, he does. But yeah, we still haven't figured out. Justicar is the name of, like, when Lord Bastiolone first conquered the lands, he was referred to as a Justicar or a legionnaire. Pretty much a leading guy that led the troops in the battle and all that good stuff. And in any case, he was giving the option to, when he was conquering, to be able to claim lands in the name of the emperor and claim them for himself. So he chose the lands of Lumiere as the land that he would claim. And it was a great pick because little did he know that deep underground were secrets that would make his lands thrive. But darkness and weird things happened throughout Lumiere's history, and it's just like a mess of things. I need a barrel. That's what I need. I want a barrel. I'm going to put that right there. Yeah. I need a wheel. You know what I'm going to do, actually? I'm going to put a upside down barrel. Yeah. Check that out, guys. I feel great now. I feel awesome. And on top of that, I'll put an axe. And then maybe... Yeah, just put an axe on top of that. Yeah, that's fine. But not a main... So this is a main town, but not a main town. Like, it's between a main town and a small little town with no keep or castle. Does that not look like a keep or castle to you? I'm confused. How far kind of away from Lumiere? Probably, let's say, 100 miles. 50 miles, 100 miles. Something like that. What have we done so far? We've been working on the Chandler. This is the current progress of it. I know the backside isn't all that impressive, but I'm pretty happy with this side. And also I'm pretty happy with the front. I think it's turning out pretty good. All right. But yeah, Lumiere is, like I said, very rich. But it's not the head castle of the province. It's what's considered a minor house. So it's not like critical in the empire, but Lumiere does have a large force. So let's say 1,000 men or 2,000 men is probably a pretty realistic amount of soldiers that Lumiere could call to arms if needed. And in the Empire, legions would be called to arms, and they would have annexed troops. So like Lumiere, like if there was a draft and there was absolute need for more soldiers to join the war effort, then they would send out a command to their provinces, which would then send out commands to all of their the dukedoms, however we're going to call them. And then the dukes would then offer so many troops to the war effort. And Crine is actually the set-off point across the sea-to-sea bridge and then to Arnon. But, so yes, the Sunderlands, which is the province that this is in, is a very critical part in the lore. Like, it's a very, very important part of, the world. The Empire, at least. You know what I'm going to build here? I'm going to build Clematis. Add a bird flying in the sky. It would look great. With a rabbit hanging. I could do that, actually. Yeah, I want to do Clematis. So we'll do a Clematis here on the back side to give us some really neat depth. I'm going to have it growing out right here. You should build every single castle in the Empire and then put them all inside a world with crime. We're actually planning on doing Seabridge 2.0, which is part of the Empire and everything. It's just this whole crazy thing that hopefully will become something eventually, if ever. Yeah, anyways, it would be nice if we could actually make it happen. But one day we will see. But if it does, it will be an absolutely epic epic thing. I think what I'm going to do here is take a little bit of vines and put those right there. There we go. And then what I'm also going to do is Miss Squidney. Think of that follow. Welcome to the stream. Tell me your name. It would be awesome. The Holy Roman Empire. Pretty much. In a I guess to a degree. I honestly don't even know much about the Holy Roman Empire. So, I mean, I've played their faction on Medieval Total War, but yeah, I honestly don't know much about them. But it sounds, you know, it's pretty much like the Roman Empire, more like, I guess it's Holy Roman Empire is kind of the same thing. So, but yeah, that's the gist. There we go. So we just got Clemantis everywhere. I think we got a major Clemantis outbreak here, guys. We might have to call in the exterminator. There we go. I think we just need to remove that. There needs to be something there to represent that there's like a thing that crosses over it, but I don't know. Shut up about European history. No, it's not the same thing. Oh my god. Not even close. Just the name. It's very different. Yes, my European history is not the best. I don't even have good American history, so, you know. Never quote me on history. It will be a very bad mistake. Okay, so this doesn't look too bad. I like this. I like it kind of being enclosed. I do believe that there should be something right here. Like what I'm kind of thinking is something like the best way I can describe it is a spike. I can't really figure out how else to say it, but we're just going to do what I'm thinking, and then we can come up with the official name for it later. But this is what I have in mind. Definitely not that. Not that either. I want, like, it's small at the top. Why can't I get it small? Okay, that's not going to work. All right, let's find something that'll work then. I want it to be small. Give me something small. 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 All right, so we got... Don't want that either. We're getting there, guys. Just let me look through here a little bit more. I want that. But the texture just... It doesn't give me what I want from it. Maybe this will work. Or that. That's not going to work. And that isn't going to work either. You make a wooden structure with beams above the cellar. Oh my gosh, I forgot beams. I forgot beams. How did I forget beams? Can someone tell me how I forgot beams? But no, that's not going to really work. What we could do is this, like that. And then do that all the way across. And then we could take it back down here. So something like that, maybe. But there needs to be something on the outside of it. The pedestal, I guess. You can make a wooden structure with beams. He's my hero. We could do this. And then have a few of these things coming down here. Or maybe just one. I don't really need too much vines coming down. Just something like that, I suppose. We just kind of want to cover it up a little bit. You know, not even, you know, wood posts. They don't want to be exposed. Kind of like that. Not too bad. All right, but we still want to do this thing here. I know exactly, not exactly, but I know what I want to do. I just got to figure out the best way to do it. Oh, I remember now. Remember how I did this? It was this block, I think. Yes. So we'll put you there. That's what I was looking for. And then we need something colorful on top of that. Not something overly bright. I think this might work. And then we want something along the lines of, yeah, maybe that statue head might look good. Where even is it? Is that down here? That's not in that menu. It's this menu, right? What? Oh, there it is. That's what I was looking for. See, that almost looks scary, though. Maybe just a Newell cap of some type. Maybe something like... Let's try that texture. Try the normal brand. Normal brick doesn't really work for me. We can try a stone texture. Stone Newell. Is that calcite? Why do we have calcite Newell caps? That doesn't make sense to me. I never even noticed that before. Okay, there we go. Even though I've been using calcite for like the last 50 streams. Okay, I like it overall. I don't think it's too bad. We do need to change these blocks down here, though. I think I know what I need to do, too. Need to change all of that over to this. And then I need to use some of this down here. Maybe bring it up just a tad bit. A flower in a flower pot. Yeah, I don't think that's too bad. I kind of like that. There we go. So now we got a very overgrown backyard area. Just what I was hoping to do back here. Again, we're going for a very fantasy bright kind of thing. And that definitely does good. It's a wrench candle maker. That is very true. Yeah, well, let's do some jars back here. That seems to be the thing. Yeah, some magic jar on the top. No, we won't do that. There's really nowhere to put a jar. But anyways, guys, I am going to say that probably is a satisfactory result for this stream here today. I am going to go ahead and head off now. I got some editing to do for the latest episode of Lumiere. I got a lot of replays to put together and sort out for the episode. It's going to drive me insane. Already isn't driving me insane. I started doing it today. But it's not turning out too bad. I'm pretty comfortable with how we're turning out. It doesn't look terrible. It's pretty easy to follow somewhat, so hopefully it'll remain like that throughout the video as I continue to make it. But in any case, I hope you guys have a great day. Have a great night. Let me see if there's anyone that we can go host. There is not. So with that being said, guys, again, have a great day. Have a great night. Actually, wait. Before we go, let me go through and see if we can find anybody using Conquest. Can any of you go through the other Twitch channels, Twitch Minecraft channels, and see if there's any Conquest Reforged builders right now? I see someone using Conquest, but is he using Conquest Reforged? That is my question. Is he using Conquest Reforged? So let me go over to his channel really quick.
Hey, Bob.
Alright, let's see here. I want to know. I gotta watch through the dang ad. In the meantime, we'll keep looking around the build here and see what's going on. I'll possibly be live in a bit. Okay. He is not... Is he using Reforged? I can't tell. He's not moving around. He's just yelling at his computer, so... Alright, we're just gonna call it a night, guys. Have a great day. We'll see you next time. Till then, bye-bye.